Al Roker is going to stop by later. Not much later, probably about 10 minutes. He's got a few minutes to come in and talk to us. I always like to talk to Al Roker, a guy who's successful on television. The kind of success you want, where you don't really have to be controversial and you just make a lot of money. How much do you think a guy that makes being on the Today Show doing the weather? It's got to be high six figures, I bet. Maybe even
high
seven.
6 figures?
Al Roker or a regular guy?
Al Roker.
Al Roker.
Oh, he's making big money.
I bet he makes 7 figures a year.
Wow.
He's Al Roker.
Al Roker. I'm going to ask him how much he makes and to go over his whole last 10-year tax returns and see what he's doing.
I'm sure he's quite comfortable.
The thing is that Al Roker's got, I would say he's probably making 7 figures, and guy doesn't appear to have any
from Willard Scott. He's a big name in weather.
I've checked a couple of sources. The rumor is he makes $1.5 million, but I think that's low.
I don't know, $1.5 million, that's a lot of money, and then he gets to go out and do, because he's not a reporter, he can go out and do, like, the Family Feud thing and all that.
That's probably why he does it.
Yeah.
He only has, what? The weatherman is not on that much.
I wonder if he has any demons, I mean, like...
He doesn't seem
I mean, the food thing, he doesn't have exactly under control, because since he got that gastric bypass, he's gained back 30 pounds. That's got to be his biggest nightmare, that he's going to gain back the weight.
What an awful thing that would be for, like, your psyche. You get that operation.
And aren't weight gains usually a result of, like, some sort of emotional upheaval?
Well, Randy Jackson on American Idol, who had the same operation, looks like he's gaining all his weight back.
Yeah, because it doesn't fix that.
Well, Fred points out that the weight is just a symptom of something else.
Right.
Don't look at the weight and say that's the demon. The demon is causing the weight gain. What is that?
So what's the demon is what I'm asking.
What's he got to eat for?
What's his demon?
He ain't hungry.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's more than a weather guy too. He's like a personality, he's but I don't know, $1.5 million, that's a lot of money. You get jaded. That's a lot of fucking
But that's
money.
network.
Yeah. Eric, you're on the air in Hoboken. I'll take a couple of calls. Go ahead.
Good morning, King Schmaltz.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Did you go by the name King Schmaltz, or was that just the name of the show?
No, that was the name of the show, but to be called King Schmaltz is a very big honor.
Thank you. So, have you ever been with a girl, Howard, really hot and heavy into it? And, Artie, you can try to answer this question, too. Really hot and heavy into it, you got to get in, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And she says, listen, I have herpes.
Right then?
Right, yeah, I mean, she's doing the right thing. She's not keeping it quiet.
Right, she's telling you the truth.
Yeah, but my point is, like, you're almost at the point of, and then she goes, hold it.
She could have brought that up at dinner.
Well, that's very sweet of her, actually. But go ahead, what is your question?
The question is, have you ever, said, fuck it, just, let me fuck her anyway?
Without protection, you're saying? Did you fuck her with? Did you fuck her with protection or without?
It doesn't matter.
All right, okay. Al Roker's here.
Really?
Because I know we only have a few minutes.
Maybe we'll ask him about this.
It's here already?
All right, I'll ask Al Roker if you'd like me to.
Well, I had a chick who gave me, I got chlamydia once. And,
well, Al's
thank
here.
you,
I
Al.
don't know if you want to talk about your
As you say
chlamydia.
this.
Whoa.
Hey, Al.
Good morning.
Al, have you ever had chlamydia?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Hey, good to see you.
Al, you're just in time. I had chlamydia once.
Artie was about
It's
to...
on the book.
Oh, thanks,
way.
Al. Thank you very much.
Sorry, sir.
Al, we're talking about... did you read Artie's book, or you just know about it?
No, I read it.
You read it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Al.
Al,
No wonder he's depressed.
yeah.
I know. I thought, wow, there's the feel-bad book of the year.
I think he's happy he's not me.
When you read this, did you get depressed? Honestly, I mean, it's a depressing book, right?
Actually, I was feeling a little bad before I read it. And then I thought, yeah, what the heck? No, life's okay.
Too fat to fish. We will push you over the edge.
As long as I'm not dead, I'm doing better than this guy.
Whatever your problems are, they're not as bad as his.
You could put Dr. Phil off the air. Just, what? Read Artie's book, and everything's okay.
Well, thank you, Al.
Have you ever?
He's a cure-all.
Have you ever? You were just about to have sex with a woman. You're about to get inside of her.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever been in a position where the woman would turn to you?
Yeah.
And then say, "Look, I have an STD. I have herpes, or something like that." Has this ever happened?
It has not.
Me neither.
No, I did get a little nervous. One had an easy pass, but other than that, it's no.
It's better than a woman saying, I have a penis.
Did you have?
Well, we've all been there.
Did you have a period of time in your career where you were, I'm going back now, before you were married,
Right?
that you got to have a lot of fun because you're the weatherman on the Today Show? In other words, is it that kind
because you're the weatherman. No, it's not what you know.
That's
people,
not a sexy.
They're not going, oh, you are the weatherman.
No, that's not true, because any guy who has a high-profile job, and we just figured you're good for 7 figures. We figured about you're a millionaire, right?
He laughs at you. It's 8 figures.
No. You're mistaking me for Katie Couric. No.
Are you not? Are you not a millionaire?
No.
Is
Get
that
out
true?
Of here, Al.
I don't know. What's a millionaire? I don't know.
Are you worth? Is your net your assets? I mean, let's take your house out of it.
Okay.
Could you get your hands on $1 million cash?
Yeah, with a mask and a gun?
No, I mean, come on. You wouldn't do that.
Who knows? You read Artie's book and you think, what the heck?
We read that you make $1.5 million a year, minimally. Now, maybe it's more, but this was old information.
I have no idea.
And that would make sense to me. That you make $1.5 million at least a year because you're on a network show that's very successful.
You're very high profile.
Right.
It's a $1 million contract. It's $1 a year for 1 million years. No, no. Look, I get paid very fairly by NBC.
Right.
And that's
how often do you negotiate your contract? Every 5 years?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
And do they when you sit down? What is the bargaining chip? I mean, do you have other offers from ABC and CBS? Is that the way it goes?
I don't play those games. It's like, look, you want to do a deal? Let's do a deal.
You never say to them, listen, I'm sure CBS has come to you at one point and said, we need a little magic from the Today Show.
You've taken meetings, haven't you?
No, I don't do that.
You never took a meeting with
I had a meeting once with Mel Karmazin when he was at CBS, just to say hello.
Right.
But that's because I just found him an interesting guy.
So the negotiation goes, hey, NBC says
I'm not even in the room. I don't even go.
No, but NBC says, here's what we're going to pay you, and you put up with it, or do you ever argue
Things
the
go
point?
back and forth.
They do.
Sure.
Okay.
Come on. It's
you
a
try to
negotiation.
get something.
Of course. So a box of Ritz crackers, something.
But women are attracted to a successful man, and I would imagine that just being on television, having a high-profile career, you get invited to a lot of things. You have your friends that are celebrities.
I get invited. We don't go out that much. I mean,
understood. But I'm talking about there had to be a period
when
of
you
time.
were single.
But you got to remember, when I was single, I wasn't on the Today Show.
Oh no?
Yeah,
He was on local
I was
news.
doing local news. So.
Was it a mind-blowing dream for you when Willard Scott? I mean, there was a point where Willard Scott looked like he'd be there for the next million years. When Willard Scott started to slow down, they started to determine that he wasn't as hot as he used to be.
Actually, and this is a true story.
Yeah.
Willard was the one who decided he wanted to step back.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's on the Today Show twice a week.
Is he? Yeah, I
he
don't
does
get to watch it.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Yeah, you don't have.
I'm here.
We're
all
the
day.
monitors. Why aren't you watching TV?
Yeah, we should be.
Come on.
But Willard is still around.
Yeah, he does the 100-year-old birthdays, twice a week.
But it was a dream come true when you got that gig. That's the gig of a lifetime.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, when I got to New York, and you remember because we had WNBC and Robin. And, when I got to do weekends at WNBC, I thought, you know what? This is the greatest. Maybe Frank Field might leave in 4 or 5 years, and I might get the early show during the week. So. God's honest truth, the Today Show wasn't even on my radar.
Right. You didn't say, oh, this is my ambition.
Yeah, please.
You were just happy to.
I was so thrilled. The first time, because I don't know if you remember Live at 5, Don Pardo would be there, doing the announcing.
Right.
Yeah. And the first time he said, Al Roker with the win. I thought, this is it.
How did you get that job? I mean, was your ambition to be a newsman?
No, my ambition, to be perfectly honest, I did not plan to be on TV. I really didn't. I was going to be a producer or a director, something like that, a writer. And at the end of my sophomore year in college at SUNY Oswego, they were looking for a weekend weatherman, and my department chairman, who had told me I had, God's honest truth, I had the perfect face for radio, put me up for a job doing weekend weather at WHEN in Syracuse, New York.
That's a TV station?
It's a TV station.
You were a sophomore in college.
At the end of my sophomore year.
And a professor says to you, go try out for this job as a weatherman.
I did a tape at school. He took it down for me because he worked part-time at the station.
That's a miracle. I mean, how many guys a sophomore in college get any kind of job? And
Do you
didn't
stay in touch with that guy?
Unfortunately, he passed away last year, just about a month, right around the same time my mom passed. And he was just this guy, Lou O'Donnell, Dr. Lou O'Donnell.
If it wasn't for him, you might never have even thought to do this.
Not even. It wouldn't have even been on my radar.
And you went down there and you passed the audition right away.
Did the audition. The guy gave me the job. I was making $10 a newscast on on the weekends.
Were you awful? You were the newscaster.
I was the weatherman.
Weatherman.
I was the weatherman.
Were you awful at it?
I wasn't good.
Did you have an affect? Were you like trying to find? I know I was horrible on the air.
I was kind of like just kind of doing funny stuff, but
not nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous in the beginning, but after a while, I mean, I think one of the things is you forget after a while you're on TV or you're on radio, right. You're just you.
Yeah, but that happened rather rapidly.
Look, me was at that time a 19-year-old college sophomore, so how good could that be?
So when you did this, you said, hey, maybe I can make a career out of this?
Well, you know what? I was thinking I'm going to do this until I can get a real job directing or doing something like that.
Right.
And then I got a job in Washington, D.C., which is where I
right out of Syracuse.
Yeah,
you sent the tape?
6 months after I graduated. A guy, one of my competitors, sent the tape to a friend to get me out of the market.
Wow.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Which was nice. I was like, hey, I wasn't even looking for a job.
Were you that popular? In other words, had you really caught on with people?
Yeah, but I was in Syracuse,
But you were still in college, right? So when you showed up...
Yeah, I graduated...
You showed up at a sophomore year in college, and you're now the local weather guy who's a big deal... You weren't getting tons of women?
You're a celebrity on
you know
campus.
What? Because nobody watched, none of the college students, nobody watched TV.
But that's big news.
Yeah, but they didn't.
There's no sophomore that gets a job like that.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
I wasn't a jock. I was driving down 40 miles down to Syracuse doing my thing.
Were you struggling with your weight at that point?
Oh yeah,
always your whole life.
Always my whole life.
Were you obese as a child?
You know what? It's funny. What you think of as obese. You always have this idea of what you are, right. And then I look at the pictures. And, well, geez, I wasn't that fat.
But you thought you were.
But I thought I was.
And it almost leads to you getting fatter because you go, I'm just fat.
What the hell? I'm fat.
And were you so it was kind of like you? Did you have a giant afro at some point?
I never had a giant afro. I mean, in college I had a little bit of an afro, but my hair was already starting to recede.
I see.
Yeah.
And then you shaved your head.
I just, cut it down. I mean,
when your hair went, were you devastated, or
no,
you didn't care? You look good bald. It doesn't make a difference to you. Who cares?
I'm a black guy. We all look good bald.
Were you ever a black radical? Right? Did you ever join the Black Panther
That's what
Party?
I say.
That's what Artie said.
You're such a
radical?
Yeah. Were you ever radical? Did you ever have the glove, the fist, nothing?
No.
Never got into any of that.
I mean, look, I didn't have enough hair to even put the pick in the back. You had a bigger afro than I did.
I had a red, black, and green afro pick.
There you go.
I was way on top.
That folding one?
The folding. Yes, I used it as a weapon. So
because I'm sure there were a lot of pick fights in Long Island.
Oh yes. Well, actually, where I grew up, there were people would use those as a.
Oh, that's great.
On Long Island, where I grew up, everybody had an afro pick.
Fight.
You never heard of a pick fight?
Heard that.
In school, my school, I went to Roosevelt, which is an all-black school.
Yes.
We had afro picks, and people would actually use them as
They
weapons.
would gore each other with afro picks.
There was nothing wrong with that. It was perfectly acceptable.
People were coming into the emergency room with these little 8-pronged
We
stab
got another
wounds.
pick stabbing coming in.
It seems like a perfect life. I mean, do you have any demons? We were discussing. So when you were eating a lot,
yeah.
There has to be a demon behind that. There has to be something that really troubled you. Did you ever go into therapy to find out what that was?
No. Before you have the gastric bypass, you actually have to have some sort of counseling.
Therapy?
Right.
Counseling,
yeah.
So to make sure you're not crazy.
Right.
And
they must have lightened up on that.
Yeah, they really did. They just, she went out for a burger. While
they want to make sure that your expectations aren't too high, or that you're just not going to undermine the surgery.
No, and
now they want to make sure you are crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Because who else is going to? Only a crazy person is going to have somebody actually come in and rearrange your insides.
It is nutty, right?
It's crazy, But
you were in dire straits.
Yeah, look, I've struggled with this my entire life, and at a certain point, it becomes this. You say, okay, I'm going to lose weight. I'm not losing weight. Oh, what the heck? I'm just going to eat.
Right.
Then you hate yourself because you're gaining weight. So,
right.
Well, how are you going to feel better? Well, let me have another burger.
You gained 30 pounds from your original gastric bypass,
which was 7 years ago.
Did that scare the hell out of you?
No, actually, because look, I've got this range where I am now. I'm never going to be, back where I was.
Right.
It's physically not possible.
Why do you say that?
You know what? Because I have when I eat way too much.
Right.
I feel horrible. I mean, I get nauseous. I will not go into the details.
But you do that every once in a while.
No, yeah, but so far and few in between times now that it's not.
You mean you get nauseous because of the gastric bypass? Because it doesn't allow you to really
to go hog wild anymore.
Right,
I mean, you just can't.
So when you gain back to 30 pounds, you start to have nightmares. Oh my God, I'm going to return.
No, because it's not like it all. I woke up one morning and it was like, boom, oh, hey, where'd that come from?
Right.
It was kind of gradual. And I know it, but I go.
But do you
have
find yourself looking at people who have had gastric bypass and have been unsuccessful? For example, Carney Wilson, who had it, is back to being huge again.
But she didn't have babies, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Randy Jackson, American Idol. I watched that show. He is getting heavy again. I mean, he's getting really heavy again.
I haven't seen it.
I think he is. Am I wrong, Robin?
I don't watch the show, but I have noticed him from time to time, and I think he has put on some weight. But
which is actually
common.
natural.
It's
okay.
common.
It's not
I
unusual.
think he's gaining a lot of weight. That's the scary part of
What's
this.
the statistic,
maybe
Al?
you know what? I don't know.
It should be pretty high of recidivism.
Well, look, it's less than if you don't have it done, but it's still there's a recidivism.
So I get the feeling you never had the wild sexual years. Part of becoming famous and being successful like you are, you never had the orgy scene. You never had two girls at one time.
No.
Do you feel like you missed out on something?
No, because I don't multitask well.
Are you not that sexual?
I can't. No, I have no drive.
You told me you never watch porn. Was that because you want to keep your image squeaky clean?
No, I just I always am worried that somebody's going to, oh, look, here's his rental records. Here he's watching porn.
What would be so wrong with you?
Nothing
with
wrong.
Al Roker admitting
nothing wrong
porn?
with it. I would rather see a good comedy than bad porn. Yeah.
So you don't get worked there. You don't want to see anybody naked.
I would rather see Kevin James and Paul and Paul Blart.
Did you see that movie?
I did. It's
Was
very
it funny? I haven't seen
very
it.
Funny. And look, your kids are older now. I mean, I got my middle girl is 10 and my baby boy is 6. So I'm in the middle of that. By the way, if you've got small kids, do not take them to see Coraline. That is a dark movie.
Oh, it's scary.
Woo!
A lot of these cartoons are scary. Were the kids scared when they saw that?
My older one wasn't, but my younger boy was.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's a frightening movie. Wow.
And now,
I can't believe I'm on Howard Stern talking about Coraline.
But what is it? That's a tough thing. Now, because you're successful and rich, do you live mostly in a white neighborhood or a black neighborhood?
I live in a Filipino neighborhood.
No, the reason I ask that is it hard for your kids who are black to meet other black kids?
Actually, they go to a private school here on the east side, but that has a very, very diverse population. In that, in my daughter's class, the kids, about 40% of the kids are non-white.
There is some diversity at the top now, Howard.
Is there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But that's an issue for you, right? You don't want your kids to feel like they're the one black kid
Right, and the good news is they're not. There are more kids. There are more kids of color in her school than there are in the public school in our district.
Right, so
better get her in that public school.
Yeah,
they need help.
That's right.
So, Al, you went ahead and you made another one of these DEA type shows.
Yes.
Al has a successful series going. He's branching out.
Yes,
he can't just do the weather. He always wanted to be a producer anyway. And first of all, I should mention you were the host of the Celebrity Family Feud, which I'm very jealous of. I would like that job.
Oh, it's a great gig.
I would play it straight. I would just go on there.
You'd be good on that.
I would, but people are afraid of me. You see, it would be very hard to get.
But you have to
celebrities.
take a chance.
You had Kathy Lee Gifford's family.
Yes, we did.
And
who did they bring?
Cody, Cassidy, Frank.
How old is Frank now?
Oh
Frank is
700 years old.
About 76, I think.
Wow.
And he was able to keep it together.
Great. He was fine.
You like Kathy Lee?
I do. I find her amusing.
Well, you guys are working together.
Yeah,
now
she's on the fourth hour of the Today Show.
Well, you're not working with her though.
No, I see her in the makeup room.
Is she not doing well with the ratings?
No, actually, the show's doing fine.
I thought I read that it was not doing well.
No, it's doing fine.
It's doing okay.
Yeah.
They'll keep Kathy Lee
Oh,
there.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I watch it sometimes. They have to learn to ask a few questions once in a while and stop with all the shtick.
Well, it's evolving.
Is it?
It's evolving.
All right. So when you have on a Kathy Lee and she goes up, let's say, against Joan Rivers' family or something, A lot of plastic surgery in the room. Do you comment on that? But you don't say anything controversial. You're always nice.
Yeah, you don't comment on people's physical.
You never bring up, a couple of years ago, Frank and Kathy Lee had marital problems.
That wasn't one of the questions. What do you say?
Yeah, it's not really.
100 people were asked.
Yeah,
he received anal sex.
You
read it. You do not read that?
I try not to.
You didn't know that he received anal? I
didn't know about that. No, and I don't. I probably won't bring that up.
Well, he asked for it. I don't know if he
asked for anal. He did not get it. You don't say to Kathy Lee.
If it's not in the notes, I'm not going to bring it up.
You would not bring that up.
No, it's not that. It's a family show.
But it's on at 8:00. Do you ever get tempted to say, Kathy Lee? Mm-hmm. You want to go for the big interview. I know you know how to play it down the line, and that's what keeps you going. But the fact of the matter, don't you just say, Kathy, how'd you feel when Frank wanted the anal? I mean, do you ever try to slip one of them?
Did you finally
no
give
pun
in
intended.
And give him
right. Do you see why my career gets sabotaged? Because I can't resist those questions.
He would be asking that on Family Feud.
Yeah,
I would.
And they're thinking, okay, we're not going to use this episode. Not so much.
Can we see anal? Number one answer.
No.
But that's a great gig.
Yeah. Show me the Lincoln Tunnel. Okay, no.
Is that very good? No. Is that a high-paying job to host the Family
No, it's not.
Feud? It is not.
It's not.
Why do you keep getting these low-paying jobs?
Why don't you get a high-paying job?
I've got 100 low-paying jobs. I just need one good high-paying job.
High-paying jobs, like Regis does Millionaire and gets millions of dollars. Why would Family Feud?
Because Millionaire at the time was, just a huge network show. It saved ABC. It put it on the map.
Do you think that other people who work on the Today Show, like Matt Lauer, who's a news guy supposedly,
right.
Yeah, and I know Matt, but he can't go out and do Family Feud. He's not allowed contractually.
Right. Yeah.
Because
but
you're the weatherman.
Vieira is doing Millionaire.
Because Meredith Vieira was doing that prior to joining the Today Show.
She couldn't do it now, you're thinking?
Probably not.
If she had come here to do the Today Show and then somebody had offered her Millionaire, probably not.
Oh.
Isn't it a bit of a joke? I mean, to make a distinction between the weatherman and the news reader, it's all showbiz.
It is. Look, the funny thing is, it was kind of carved out when Willard had the job.
Right.
The irony is, I couldn't do commercials when I was on local news.
Right.
And then when I got on the Today Show,
you're okay.
By the way, you can do a commercial. Well, okay, great.
Right. So isn't it kind of strange that, in a way, maybe even Matt Lauer and all these guys are jealous of your career because you get to do other things and you get to make additional money. That's what it's about, isn't it?
I don't think so. They make good money.
They don't make great money.
What do you think Matt Lauer's
What does Matt get? Do you ever Al, stop it. You never looked into what Matt Lauer's making.
No.
That's a lie.
You know why? You know why? Here's the deal. Because you go down that road and there's no turning back.
Hold it a second. Your agent doesn't go looking into that and say,
he probably has comparables. He knows. But I don't want to know how much my coworkers are making. Look, everybody has an idea, but
right. What's your idea?
I'm not.
What is your idea?
No.
When you say everyone has an idea, everyone doesn't have an idea.
Well, everybody who works in the business has
What would you
idea.
guess Matt Lauer makes?
He dresses nicely.
Give me a guess.
I'm not giving you a guess. I am not giving you a guess.
Why?
Because I got to go back across the street and work.
But it's a guess.
I don't care.
You're not saying anything. Yes, go ahead, Fred.
According to IMDb or Wikipedia, whichever you choose.
Which Al is on every 5 minutes. Yes, go ahead.
What's the update?
Al's going to really be going crazy now. 13,500,000 annually.
Oh!
That's why you overeat.
Annually.
But that's why he doesn't need another job.
That's right.
All right, 13 million. Okay. What does it say on IMDb that Al Roker makes? Who's been there
that's
longer
what I
than
found out so far was like the 1.3, 1.5 area.
I wouldn't.
What?
I don't.
Aren't you as much a part of the success of the Today Show as Matt
I
Lauer?
am. Look, I am not saying that either.
More
No, not more.
Equally.
Look, here's the deal. Anything you read in the paper is either wildly underinflated or overinflated, and I can tell you that.
Oh, so you are saying
So he's making 26 million.
the best of your knowledge, 13 million is inaccurate.
So
You've checked it out.
He's making 26 million. You're making 80 grand a year.
Do not believe for a minute that Al Roker hasn't looked into this thing in a big way.
He's putting the best face on this.
He's pulling an A-Rod is what he's doing right now.
I have never taken steroids.
I believe you.
Although I do have large breasts, but I have never.
By the way,
steroids.
I was looking at the pictures of A-Rod this morning with his shirt off. They have a lot of them now because he announced he did steroids. He had forgive me for saying this, but he has bitch tits. I
was shocked at the lack of definition here.
Yeah, he has breasts. Is that what steroids do?
I guess that's what I'm told.
Yeah, you've never worked out with steroids.
No.
You've never tried.
Oh yeah, I look like doing.
Do you work out at all? Do you go to the gym?
I do. Be a slender guy.
You got to, right? You got to stay in shape.
I mean, I work out. I didn't do it this morning, but I work out before I come in.
How's the marriage going? Everything good?
Great.
Yeah, really? The kids are okay?
Kids are good. My oldest girl's in culinary arts school.
No kidding.
Providence. She wants to be a chef. So.
Oh, that's great.
Let me ask you something. Now, you talked about those occasional binges. What do you eat when you want to go crazy?
Either vanilla ice cream or French fries.
Really?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, which are
Did you ever
both
try
just
dunking
horrible.
them in?
What? Dunking them in ice?
Yeah.
That's right.
Artie, you dunk them in it.
French fries dunked in vanilla ice cream.
You should see what Artie eats during the show.
You haven't lived.
You would be in heaven. You would be in heaven. All right, I know we're running out of time, so I want to make sure I get to this.
Yeah, why is Al subjecting himself to this today?
First of all, Al produced a show for Spike TV. He came in here when he produced the first one. And the series DEA, Drug Enforcement Agency, this is the show. It follows the Drug Enforcement Administration agents as they bust drug dealers in Newark, New Jersey. Now,
don't come in here one of these days. You're not going to have people busting through this door, are you?
No.
Yeah. Now,
wait, in Newark? I got to be careful.
Isn't that where you score your heroin?
No. You're ridiculous.
He does.
He goes to Englewood.
Absolutely.
No,
Newark, Delaware.
Oh, yeah, I know you go to Delaware.
I don't go anywhere, Howard. Let's move on.
Anybody on the Today Show a heroin addict?
No.
You haven't lived. You haven't lived until you've worked with one.
I see Matt scratching every once in a while.
No, but here's the thing. The first one you did, you said that Newark was the... how did you put it? The most dangerous city in America.
I told you, North
Blacks.
Blacks. I'll put them up against Roosevelt Black.
No, I don't think so. One of the most dangerous cities in America. You called it that.
Right.
And when you called it that, you got into some trouble. Newark didn't like that.
It was a promo.
Okay. So you had nothing to do.
I didn't write the promo. That said, we amended the promo because, look, the city of Newark has had a tremendous turnaround, and part of that turnaround has been the fight.
People turn around and leave.
Not true. Mayor Cory Booker has done a terrific job there.
Tough job.
And law enforcement has worked really hard, and the DEA is part of that turnaround. So, if people watch the show, I think they're going to see these are people that are trying to clean up this area.
They really are. It's very difficult. In fact, I did a pay-per-view special out of Newark, and the mayor was actually at the time
Sharp James
was very grateful that I did it in Newark because they needed money and they needed to have people come in and not be afraid to do it. And we said at the front of the show, the carjacking capital of the world, which it was at the time. And
oh, God, you couldn't park anywhere near there.
People went berserk. I said, look, it's the truth.
It's a war zone.
Newark's tough.
Remember what used to happen at the airport? You'd go, leave your car, and then you'd come back and take a cab home.
Yeah,
well, that's true.
So, if you're trying to get rid of a car, at the time, it was a great place.
So you weren't saying anything wrong, but it kind of undermined the spirit of the people of Newark.
It did, and so we changed it. And you know what? God bless.
There's one safe section in Newark, the Ironbound down neck section, because that's where I used to go when I was a longshoreman to eat lunch. All the paisans still take care of you over there. That's why.
Well, who knows? What is it, Gary?
Just looking, I didn't realize Al. I'm looking at this thing for Al Roker Entertainment. He produces like 50 shows.
Is that right, Al?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Got 50 shows now?
First of all, not all at the same
50
time.
shows.
Not all at the same time.
Dick Clark.
Okay, look at this. First of all, he's got about 17 shows on the Food Network.
All right, that's good.
Bahama Reunion, Big Bad Barbecue Show, all that stuff.
I used to feel bad for you on that barbecue show because I know Al was struggling with his weight.
Sure.
And you had the operation.
Yep.
And I tune in the barbecue show, and you're tasting everything. And that barbecue is very fattening.
Actually, the barbecue is not fattening.
What is fattening?
It's the sides that kill you.
And the sauces.
Yeah, but for example, like the way I like my ribs, it's a dry rub. There's, and most of the fat is rendered off in the slow cooking process.
Yeah, I do the dry rub too.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, but you would feel bad for Al now when he was all over the Food Channel and he'd had the operation.
Well, that was like porno for Al.
Yeah, that's my porno. You know what?
Does Al produce the Porn Olympics? Is that one of the shows? No,
but he did. He
one
did
of his sports shows.
He did the Whoopi Goldberg biography for A&E.
The Lingerie Bowl.
Are you good friends with Whoopi?
I like Whoopi. Yeah.
Here's one of my personal favorites for Lifetime: Intimate Portrait, Judge Judy. He produced that.
No kidding.
Yeah.
An intimate portrait.
Yes.
What did you learn?
It was very intimate.
Did you learn anything?
I had sex with her.
I'm very
You
intimate.
did have sex with her.
I did.
I knew you did.
I did.
And she did not have herpes or anything.
No, she was great.
When you had Family Feud and you had this Kim Kardashian on, is she really a celebrity? I guess she is, huh?
Yeah. I mean, people were asking me, what was she like? What was she like? And I said, I mean, I didn't even know her.
Find yourself attracted to her at all?
She was a very attractive woman.
Big buttocks?
Actually, not as big as Ice-T's wife.
Oh, yes. Coco.
Coco.
Oh, Ice-T and the family were on,
they were
too,
on.
yeah.
Coco was like a cartoon character.
Yes,
She's
right,
like Jessica Rabbit come to life.
You
Yes.
can see. I've seen her from down the block in the neighborhood. You can see her from like 100 yards
It's
away.
amazing. The shock
You can
waves
see
from
her
when
on
her buttocks
satellite.
move. Amazing.
Hey, Howard, there's just a couple other shows.
Did you have Dog the Bounty Hunter on Family Feud?
No. Yes, we
You
did. We did.
Were you offended by him? He did say something racist. Did you
He
work
did.
that out with him?
Look, you know what? I said everybody's worth a second chance.
Was the black daughter-in-law in the family? When
She was
you-
not at that moment.
That would have been a good family.
That would have been a
That's
great
a family
family.
That's hot.
Yeah, we put cameras in the dressing room to see what happened.
I'd like to see that one.
Oh, you got to bring them back.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Gary.
Here's another one I love. For E! Entertainment, he did Uncovered, The Hidden Lives of Miss USA.
No, that's
Yeah,
good stuff.
That was good.
And then what is this show about? First of all, what's We TV? I never heard of
He
We.
is
Women's
a
entertainment.
Yeah.
First Ladies of Jamaica?
Yes, it was. Well, it's a series on first ladies of a country. So the first one is Jamaica. We're doing Carla Bruni of France.
See, that's
And,
interesting to me.
These are all his shows, Howard.
Wow,
He's got
that's
a ton of
pretty good.
shows.
Very impressive resume.
Well, thank you.
I got to say. So the DEA show, which
Yes.
is the one you're here, the first one did very, very well.
It did. It did.
Good enough that now they've turned it into a regular thing?
Well, this is the second season. We're hoping after this airs, and all your listeners are watching tonight, and
Right.
goes through the roof, and we do season 3.
You go back into Newark?
We may go to another city. It depends.
Right, but tonight is Newark?
Tonight's Newark. The next 9 episodes, we're in northern New Jersey.
And you will be sitting with the DEA, and they will go and bust people.
They bust people. They get people to flip, to give up the person above them.
Right.
And that's how they work up the ladder.
That's always interesting.
Yeah, and these two agents who run these groups, what's interesting is they've known each other since they were in first grade. You know, they're like childhood buddies.
Do you think the other agents get jealous that they get to be celebrities and the other ones don't?
You know, here's the thing. We go into an office and we basically ask who wants to be on and who doesn't. So the ones who
Did you
want to
get
be on-
trampled at first when you
no,
first asked that question?
you know, we had to kind of convince most of them to be on. I don't think anybody really wanted to be on.
Does this compromise their ability to actually do the job?
No,
when the
because
cameras
we're
aren't there?
not showing anything that isn't kind of public knowledge, any investigative techniques. Any undercover agents' identities are concealed. Confidential informants' identities are concealed. You know, we really work very hard at
That's a lot to put together.
And the DEA takes a look at it before we send it out.
How long does it take you? You probably shoot hundreds of hours.
100 hours for every hour you see.
Wow.
Wow. How long does it take to edit that thing?
We've got like 4 or 5 editors working on every episode.
4 or 5 editors, and it must take forever to make a story out of that and to chop it down.
Well, we've got terrific. The guy who was here last time, Russell Muth, and we got a guy, Alex Eastberg, who's running, who kind of is the story editor,
Right.
and Jeff Sells, who's a great field producer. So they're all in their craft in this thing, and then we've got these great editors who are all putting it together. We're actually editing it in Los Angeles.
So they're basically seeing what's going on, and they're sort of crafting the story in their head, and then the editors have to
You
go
never
pull
appear
it.
on the show? We'll
No.
never see
No,
Al
you won't
Roker
see me.
pushing a
No.
perp to the ground and cuffing him?
No,
Yeah, that would
no.
be great.
I would love to see you.
I know you would. By the way, the DEA wants to, if you want to, you can
Yes.
go on a ride-along.
No kidding.
Oh, my
Yes.
God. You don't want to do that, Howard.
Why would I do that?
Why wouldn't you do that?
How great
I'll
would it
tell
be
you
if
why
you
I would.
arrested me?
You've been in a pit fight in Roosevelt, Long Island.
No, let me tell you something.
Oh, my
I'm looking to
goodness.
avoid conflict. I can only see
You're
things-
looking to avoid conflict.
Yes, I could see things going horribly wrong. Sitting like I could see getting killed.
Right, you
These guys, come on. It'll be great to put on the DEA vest.
Nah,
Come on.
Come on, are you crazy?
I'll go with you. It'll be
No.
great.
Hey, can I go out? Will they
No.
take me? No, come on.
They'll bust you.
No, I wanted, hey,
ridiculous.
You should combine shows in the middle of a bus to a dry rub or something.
Well, look, what do I know?
Cooking and cops show. Okay.
Bust out a barbecue.
Let me tell you something, Al Roker. I always like seeing you. I like to hear about these successful people like you who go ahead, they produce shows, they're doing the weather, they're doing it all. I like to hear about your weight loss, your weight gain. I like for some reason I'm very, very fascinated by all this.
Al's one of those guys that when you see is what you get. Like everyone, my mother and everybody, the few times Al's been in here, they say he seems like such a great guy on TV. What's he like? And I go, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He's like,
well, but how do we know he's a great guy?
I think he's genuine.
An SOB. That's
well. Have you ever done anything wrong?
Look, here's the thing. Like for example, this whole Christian Bale thing. You know,
right.
You know what? Not that I'm condoning it or anything like that, but you don't know. It was all taken out of context. From what I understand, this guy had screwed up a number of times,
right?
And he finally snapped. You know. Was it right? No, but
no.
I mean, Do
you ever have a breakdown like that, a meltdown?
I wouldn't go that far, but I've lost it.
You've yelled at people?
Oh gosh, yes.
When are we going to hear that?
I was going to say, can somebody get us the footage?
No, I mean,
did you ever hit Deborah, your wife?
No.
Oh,
no.
I mean,
she smacked me around a little bit.
I think she can take it.
Yeah, please. She's got sick arms. You know, she really.
Do you think 10 years from now we'll find out you had a secret family, like a second family?
No,
that guy from CBS, Charles Perrault. You think that'll ever happen?
No.
He was on the road too.
No, look,
I feel there's got to be a demon.
Here's the deal. I had to have IVF. I had to use IVF for my two kids, you know. So and my other daughter.
Did you
adopted.
really?
Yeah.
You were not able to conceive a child through your sperm?
What is going on?
Who knows? Slow swimmers. You know what the heck?
Did you go to a fertility specialist?
No, we just talked to them and convinced them to get going a little better.
We got them a swimming coach.
You've just revealed something here.
Yeah.
Your children were conceived.
This is nothing. It's nothing. No, I wrote about it in my first book. Don't Make Me Stop This Car. No,
you didn't adopt kids.
Well, my oldest girl is adopted.
Oh, you adopted your first child.
Yeah. And then Nikki and Leela were conceived.
Does
by
your
IVF.
Adopted child feel less loved by you than the other two? In other words, doesn't she have an issue where she goes, "Oh, you love them better"? Whenever she fights with you, she goes, "You love them better. They're your real children."
No, she finds them annoying just because they're little brother and sister.
Did she ever say to you, "I want to go find my real mother and father, my biological"?
I don't want to. I don't. You know, that's her.
That's her thing.
That's her thing.
Would that offend you?
No, not at all. If she wanted to, I would do whatever I could to help her do it.
I would be like, you ungrateful.
No. You know what? Look, I'm the
her.
oldest of 6, and 3 of my brothers and sisters are adopted. And you know what?
So you're used to this.
It's not a big deal.
What if she goes to look for her biological father and finds out I am her biological father? Would that upset you?
No, actually, it would vaguely make a lot of sense.
It would. She's been behaving like me.
A lot of sense. Oh my God.
So the other 2 children, you decided to go to a fertility specialist.
Yes.
So when you went there, were you nervous? I know they make you masturbate into a cup. Is that correct?
Actually, it's a thermos for me.
Into a thermos. Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Bragging.
Were you nervous when here you are, Al Roker, you're a famous guy.
Here's I can cut to the chase for you. My biggest nervous part is it wasn't going to work.
No, but wait a second.
No,
you go to the doctor,
right?
And now you have to masturbate. So you did look at pornography because they put in the room, did they not? Magazines.
Yeah, but you know what? I can't. I'm not good at doing 2 things at once.
I don't believe that.
So I know.
You're a guy.
I'm telling you, I did not know.
You mean you closed your eyes and imagined something? In other words, you used your own imagination.
Exactly.
You're a creative guy.
That's right.
And was there pressure? Because there's somebody standing outside the door.
Right.
Saying, "Where's that cup?"
They give you an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
But how long did you stay in the room?
Well, given my predilection, it was only about 30 seconds.
Is that true?
No,
you were able to come that fast, even being with a nurse standing.
I don't know. Who's counting?
Does your wife go with you? Does she say, "I'll help you out. I'll use my hand"?
No. Because you would want her to create.
Sometimes it's a pain in the ass. It's make more pressure. You can do it faster yourself. I know for me, I can get it done.
You're in a foreign environment, very clinical.
But wouldn't you want your wife? In other words, like if you're looking at porn. It's weird that someone else, another woman, created that orgasm.
But Al, wait a second.
Yes.
I got to understand this. Okay. I've never gone and given a sperm donation, so to speak. You go there, they have to analyze the sperm. Before they even do anything, they got to find out, do you have enough sperm?
What's going on?
Okay,
what's happening?
right. You go in. They say to you, Mr. Roker.
Yes.
Do you worry that there might be a camera or something like these people want a picture of a famous person masturbating?
I wasn't until now.
I'm saying.
Now I'm thinking maybe there's a video somewhere.
Could you imagine?
Thanks a lot.
And you did not feel the least bit inhibited.
No.
Being Al Roker, masturbating.
You trusted the doctor
when you walk out, I'm being serious now because I think a lot of guys would be afraid to do this.
Dropping loads.
Right. When you take the
little cup.
When you take is it a cup?
Yeah, it's a cup.
You walk out, you hand it to the woman and say,
Here you go.
Wow.
It's in a bag. You put it in a paper bag. You have your name on it, and here you go.
And it stays good? What do they got to do with
they're
it?
taking it right across the
Yeah,
hall.
they analyze it. They refrigerate
When
it.
they analyzed it, what did they say? You don't have a lot of sperm?
No, they say it's there. It's just low motility. They don't swim very well.
Oh, wow. You actually have a disability in a sense.
As it were.
Wow.
Well, remember, Al Campana said we couldn't swim, so.
No, but you're don't listen to him.
Or think.
So then they bring your wife in. They inject her with the sperm.
Well, no.
It's in a test
It's in a
tube kind of thing,
they
petri
inject the
dish.
sperm into an embryo and into an egg that they've harvested. Boom.
And then they implant.
Fertilize it, make sure it's viable, and then they implant
it into Deborah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It is.
Has there ever been
It is.
mistakes where they
Plus,
take
I had to give her hormone shots. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have there ever been mistakes where like a Chinese kid comes out like
Sure.
they actually...
Yeah, there was a famous one.
Remember
the black
couple
and white
that,
kid.
had a black and a white kid?
Yeah.
Were you nervous about that at all?
I was hoping that there would be a mistake so that maybe so that the kids would have a better shot at looking good.
Wow.
What about
I didn't know that you were that you had masturbated in a doctor's office.
There you go.
I can't even
you have
picture
new
it.
respect for me now.
And you take off all your clothes?
No, you don't take off your clothes.
I mean, what did you
Can't
do?
you do it at home? Can't you do it at home?
You actually you can.
And then rush in.
And then it has to be in within a half hour.
You could do that.
My cousin did this and gave birth to a zebra.
There you go.
You know what sucks about Al not having those years of banging a lot of chicks is he wouldn't have had to worry about getting someone
Right, he
pregnant.
would have had a
Could've went nuts.
fun time.
That's why I know there are no other kids running around.
What did you think about that day when you were masturbating in the doctor's office? What was your fantasy, if I may?
I
I
really don't remember.
French fries and vanilla ice cream.
When
right.
When you masturbate, do you think about women from the Today Show that you might have worked with? Like, let's say a Katie Couric or
Ann Curry.
Nancy Snyderman.
That would be a great headline if you could just say you've masturbated to Katie Couric.
Katie Couric would be a hate
Give me
fuck.
that little bit of information.
Katie Couric helped me have children.
Yeah, Katie is really part of my children's lives.
Kathy Lee.
If only Sarah Palin had been on the scene at that point.
Did you find her attractive, Sarah?
Yeah, she was very attractive.
Me too.
woman.
I kind of got off on that myself.
Yeah, please.
When you think about when you're doing this, now that I know that you are a masturbator, chronic masturbator, when you're doing
He
this,
uncovered something.
do you think about a woman you've been with, or do you think about a woman that you would like to be with?
I think it depends on the day.
The day that you were conceiving,
I don't remember.
You don't remember who you're thinking
I don't
about?
remember. I don't remember what I had for breakfast
I think you
yesterday.
do remember.
I do not. I do not.
And I think you looked at porn. What do you think of that? In the
You think
doctor's
so?
office. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I did not.
What magazines were in there?
I didn't even
Jugs?
look. First, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Right.
I thought, do I really want to pick this magazine up in this room?
Ooh, good point.
Yeah,
where
you think
people
about that.
have been
You're right.
No, and in fact, to Artie's point, with Leela, it was in the room. With Nikki, I was at home.
Right.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
That's good. All right. That's
So use your own porn.
Listen, you got to watch Al Roker. The man has come clean. He admits masturbating. Listen to what he admitted to today. He masturbates. Mm-hmm. He thinks about dirty, filthy scenarios with various people, been with and not been with.
That I worked with.
That you work with.
And he doesn't have Michael Phelps in his balls.
Right. Matt Lauer,
No
he
good
thinks
swimmers,
about.
yeah.
No, you would never be gay, would you? At all?
Hey, it depends.
It depends, really. You're
You
open
would
to
never
it.
be gay.
Are you open to being gay?
It depends on the person.
Right. You've had homosexual.
I have not, but
He's just
Are
a
you
nice
attracted
guy.
to Matt?
I never say never.
Are you attracted to Matt Lauer?
He is a sweet piece of man candy.
All right.
He
Well,
is.
there you go. That's very honest of you. A lot of guys are uptight about that. Did you cover President Obama's?
I did.
You did.
I
Did you
did.
get to meet
Did
with
you go to
him?
Washington?
I went to Washington. We were down. In fact, I got the first comment from the president.
What did you?
Walking
What did
down
he
the
say?
parade, I said, "How you feeling, Mr. President?" He said, "It's warm."
Is that what
Gave
he
me
said?
a thumbs up. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great moment, right?
It was spectacular.
Yeah. I think a lot of people are very hopeful now, and I tell you, it's exciting.
It is.
It is. Al Roker's DEA on Spike TV.
Yes,
this
sir.
is going to be a big show for Al. In other words, this is the sophomore test, they call it.
Yes.
Yeah, the first one was successful, but will people
Can
come
you
back and watch the
repeat?
second?
Boom.
Can
There's
you
a
repeat?
lot of
That's
pressure
it.
on them for this. Al Roker,
Come on
DEA.
a ride along. Come on.
Can he do it at noon?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't go at night. I got to go to bed. You know what time you go to bed? What time do you got to be at the Today Show? Let me find out your schedule.
I get to the Today Show at about 5:45.
5:45.
Yeah. I go to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
You do? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get up at 3:30, do the thing.
Sounds great. Boom, out. And then what do you do the rest of the day?
I swing by, get some fries and some vanilla ice cream.
And then you masturbate and make children.
That's right.
Al Roker's DEA premiere. Did you tell the kids that's how they were conceived?
Yeah, they know.
Do you think that bothers them?
No, they've met the doctor.
They did?
Yeah.
But they really haven't pictured what their father had to do.
No. Well, they're 10 and 6, for God's sake. Come on.
Wait till they grow up and they go, Dad, where did you do this?
Yeah.
You only have to do it the once or a couple of times you have to masturbate?
I think it was once.
When they get older, will you show them the room where they were conceived?
No.
You will not. All right, okay. Al Roker, everyone, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
Al.
Yes.
So you come on for DEA and you end up talking about jerking off into a thermos.
Well, I wouldn't quite put it that way, but this way. Oh,
what's that, Al?
I wouldn't quite put it that way, but a little less elegantly put. But yes, I guess that would be the crux of the matter.
So how'd it go in there?
Good. Yeah, look, I love talking to Howard.
You always have a good time coming on.
Always
right?
good. Beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What did he do? He just threw it and it hit the umpire. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is what I was afraid of.
The most embarrassing ceremonial first pitch in baseball history.
This is a disaster.
So I'm sitting at home Saturday evening. I was going to call my mom Sunday morning to wish her a happy Mother's Day. And I'm sitting at home, and my mother calls me. Thank you for the flowers. They're beautiful. And my daughter took me to lunch and having a wonderful Mother's Day. And wonderful. So we went through our conversation, and then she goes, your father wants to speak to you. Now, that's always a big deal because my father never really speaks to me that much.
It's almost like there's an announcement and then your father appears.
The weird thing is you hear my dad in the background. I guess what goes on is both of them can't hear anymore that much. And my mom won't even consider getting a hearing aid. My dad has a hearing aid, but it doesn't seem to change anything. And
that's nice.
He decides he wants to speak to me. So I'll be talking to my mother. This is what you hear. It sounds something like this. Yeah, Ma, so what? Wonderful Mother's Day. Your sister took me to lunch. I was there with Pam and Sharon. And in the background, you start to hear. And then you hear, look, I want to talk to him. I don't even know if he knows my name. I don't even think he says, I want to talk to him.
Harold.
And she can't hear him in the background. Let me have the phone when you're done. Let me talk to him. And you, what, Ben? Talk to Howard about your father. He wants to talk. My mother starts getting nervous. Your father wants to talk to you.
It's like a big event.
Yeah. I'll hold on.
Hold the presses.
Yeah. Stop the presses.
And that's got to mean he's got a definite opinion about something.
Yeah, like there's something
not
burning.
To say like I love you. Or something.
No, it was something like burning on his mind. So I knew it was big. He goes. I was watching television. Did you see it? I go, what? Did you see it? I go, see what? I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I was watching television. I tuned by the Met game. And they mentioned your name. I said, they mentioned my name on the Met game. I don't even... I go, all right. I go, Gary threw out the first pitch. He's been really nervous. My father doesn't even hear anything. He just goes, barrels on. He goes, that's right. Look, so I never saw a pitch so horrible. I go, what? He goes, I never saw when they would show a pitch on TV like this. I tuned by, and they're talking about Howard Stern's producer threw out the first pitch. He says, you never saw a ball thrown like this. I go, oh, my God, Dad. And my father can't even have a conversation, but I go, oh, my God, do you know Gary was throwing out the first pitch? His worst nightmare is that the pitch would be wild. He goes, wild? I never saw a pitch like this in my life. Now my father's goofing on Gary. And I'm like,
oh, my goodness.
I said, you don't know how unbelievable this is because this is Gary's worst nightmare.
He literally talked himself into his worst nightmare.
Yeah, I said, this is his worst nightmare. I mean, I go, you're telling me it was awful? Now I'm getting like full of glee because if it was a good pitch, we'd be done.
Yeah, it'd be over.
Now I'm smelling the first 2 hours of the show are going to be fantastic because Gary's pitch was, he goes, it was unbelievable.
The man is right.
The
man is right.
I immediately watched it. And, I said, I have it right here. You hold it down.
He's like, send it to me.
Yeah, right. Like,
he wants to remember
he couldn't believe it. Well, I watched the pitch, and Beth looks at me and goes, he threw it like a girl.
No.
So I go, what do you mean? She goes, I guarantee you I can throw better than that. She goes, my father, we used to go out and throw balls all the time. She's the first time. Her father was such a stickler for sports. I mean, she has two brothers who were both full scholarships for sports.
Like Penn State type stuff.
Yeah. Penn State full scholarship for football and basketball at University of Vermont. And, full ride, didn't have to pay for college. And she said, my dad I would cry. He'd make me put on a glove. This is Beth. And she says he would throw balls at me until I would catch it. She said, the first ball hit me in the head. Oh. And he made me stand there and keep. He was like one of those sports dads.
Yeah. Like the great Santini.
And she said I was always grateful in a weird way because she goes, I could always play any sport and throw a ball. And I said, yeah. I said, I don't know what happened with this guy. She goes, I've never seen a pitch like this.
And he supposedly can throw a pitch, right?
So I
don't know who told him that.
So we're drinking a bottle of wine at the house.
You're on that dead-end street still, huh?
Yeah, I'm still drinking. I'm sorry, Artie. And, I got to... I'm moving two guys in with me to watch me full time.
Why don't you make your own grave over there?
Yeah. So, anyway... And by the way, when I saw the pitch, I saw Artie was standing right there next to the catcher.
Oh, Artie did show up.
I showed up.
He was down on the field.
Oh, I showed up.
And I said, where were your two bodyguards?
One was Joe was right next to me.
Oh, he was.
Look at it. You see me and Joe laugh like we're watching.
I got upset. I thought you were on your own.
No,
he escaped.
No, Joe was with me.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, because that's a place to score. Shea Stadium, whatever stadium that's called now.
Oh no, City Field.
City Field.
Believe me, the neighborhood outside City Field is the same as it was outside Shea Stadium.
Right.
It looks like it's a bunch of chop shops for cars, though.
I got to call Gary. I called Gary. I go, oh, what happened? He goes, I'm on my second Scotch bowl.
Yeah, he started getting loaded.
He was getting loaded. And
I had to
drinking.
leave.
It was unbelievable.
Really? He was that devastated that now he had to get drunk?
He had to get drunk.
Some fortitude.
I go, that was your worst nightmare? He goes, I don't know why I did it. So I didn't want to start busting his balls too bad.
Right then, yeah.
I watched this pitch. I wrote to Sal and Richard. I said, find that kid who does the animation for us. Kevin Lofton.
Yeah, Kevin Lofton.
I say, find him. I said, so follow the trajectory of the ball. After it leaves the stadium, where does it ends up in outer space? But you see it, you go with it all when it's orbiting the Earth, the pitch.
It's space junk now.
I mean, it was unbelievably bad.
It was
Where
a double.
did it go?
Well, it was a double whammy because, first of all, I wish I would have played catch with Gary because I love Gary to death. But someone's misinforming him. He can't throw. He throws like a chick.
Oh,
and
that's what
I would have
Beth said.
I would have played catch with him for 2 seconds and begged him not to do it. I would have said, I'll teach you how to call in sick or something. I mean, you can't do it because he throws like he didn't play high school ball.
But that's why he was nervous because you're right. He claims he can throw a ball.
He can't. He can't throw a ball. No, he can't. I would have known it. John Hine is not his friend because John let him believe he can. Anyone who plays catch with the guy, I said 2 pitches, I could have figured out he can't throw a ball.
Did the umpire actually catch the ball, or did he
He just go get it.
He had to go get it. Mom was not there, boy.
Me and Robert Smigel were there. I said to Smigel, I said, what a great day. We just saw Lance Bass throw out the first pitch.
Was the umpire cracking up?
The whole stadium was laughing.
I said to Gary when I called him, I go, "What did Artie say?" He goes, "Oh, Artie just hit me on the back, and he basically said, better luck next time." Or something. So you were like saving it up for the everyone. You know what? Here this morning, nobody would talk to Gary. Like Will wouldn't talk to him. No one, because Gary says to me, "Oh my God!" He goes, "Do you notice no one's talking to me?" I go, "Gary, they're all waiting and saving it for the air." Listen to this. The Daily News called Gary's pitch the most embarrassing ceremonial first pitch in baseball history.
Howard, some broad who I've never heard of sang the national anthem.
Yeah.
She looked like a Britney Spears or something.
Right.
She should have thrown out the first pitch.
She would have done a better job.
And I was trying to justify what Gary did. It was Autism Awareness Day.
He should have said he had autism.
I said Gary was nice. He threw out the pitch like he's autistic.
Yeah, he wanted the kids to feel good about themselves. Will, it was obvious you weren't even talking to them.
It was great. I brought my whole family, went out to the game on Saturday.
All Philly fans.
I just wanted to see him throw that pitch.
And by the way, we should mention, because it was Autism Day, Gary had brought in about 100 listeners to watch him throw the first pitch.
Jeez.
Lucas is such a sweet kid. He came up to me before the pitch and said to me, Artie, I love my dad, but if he screws up, you got to make fun of him. That's what he said to me.
Right.
After the pitch, he saw how sad his father was. The sweetest thing happened in the suite we had. He came back up to me and, like, dead serious, he goes, "Please don't be too hard on my father." So I promised him, but Lucas, you're learning something about life right now. I have a job. I got to do it. I'm making money.
You made a deal with a drug addict, Lucas. They don't tell you the truth.
This is the way it usually goes with them.
But he should have let Jackson throw it out, because Jackson even said to me, you could tell he's a good athlete, and he said, "I want to throw it out. I would love to." Like, he was ready to go.
And by the way, Sal is in the hallway for the TV cameras mimicking Gary's first pitch before we get to Will.
What's he throwing like Sal?
Let's see there. Oh, there it is. He's got the Gary mask on. You're throwing it too good. Oh, you're winding up. Okay. Take a shot put.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
Wow.
When Sal does that, that's funny. That should be Sal's stand-up act.
I mean, when I heard Will was there, I'm thinking, like, it's all Philly fans, like, in his family.
It's worth every penny.
So what happened when you were in the stands, you were watching?
Yeah, we were way back in the outfield, so I had a bad angle for it. So he throws the ball, and you're like, oh, okay, it's going to reach the plate. He actually threw it far enough.
Right.
But then it hits the umpire, who's about 5 feet right of the batter's box. You're like, is it even physically possible to throw the ball that badly?
Ralph, you're on here. Did you see the pitch?
I thought Star Trek was good.
He's better.
He threw like a Star Trek fan.
How do you... I don't understand. Like, how did it... Like, it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with all that... first of all... And then
he
Gary,
had a pitching coach.
That's nothing. You don't even know the half of it. When I spoke to Gary and he was drinking scotch on Saturday night after this fiasco, I said, "What's going on?" He goes... He had hired a psychologist.
Oh, get out of here.
To work through it with him.
Fire that guy.
He hired a guy to do 100 pitches with him, a pitching coach. And Gary goes, "I don't know. I threw 95 of those pitches perfectly, and then 5 of them went bad, and now I'm focused on the 5 that went bad." So then he hired the psychologist to work
get
through
that
with
out
him.
of his head.
He should have had the psychologist throw out the pitch.
But what you're telling me, Artie, is Gary doesn't know how to throw. He should have had the psychologist.
He doesn't. I'm telling you, I could tell. I played baseball for a long time.
Right.
And I played like hardball. I played in a fast pitch league for a while. And I know what it's like. You play catch with a guy, you could tell, okay, this guy knows how to throw a ball.
Right.
And I'm telling you, if I played catch with Gary, I could have told him, don't do it, man.
Was Gary's worse than Chris Rock?
Yes. I think it was the worst pitch in the history. I mean, the Met players and fans, everybody around in the suite. I mean, the autistic kids were going, "Wow!" Sebastian Bach was there.
Yeah.
First of all, Sebastian Bach had the line of the day.
What did he say?
Sebastian Bach sang 3 songs before the game, and no one was listening to him.
Right.
Although I thought he sounded pretty good.
Right.
And afterwards, we see him, and he's like one of those, "Dude, what's up?"
Yeah, he's a heavy metal guy.
Yeah, right. Heavy metal guy.
Yeah.
The lead singer of Skid Row in the 80s. But he goes, "All I know is Gary threw worse than I sang."
That's the ultimate insult.
Thank God for Gary is what he's saying.
There was like, we all
he threw words that I said.
We all took a picture.
Do you know the Daily News? I mean, for the Daily News newspaper to say.
Comment even on a picture.
I mean, to say it's the single most embarrassing moment in the history of first pitches.
Yeah.
In the history of the Mets? You know the embarrassing moments the Mets have?
Oh, here it is. Worse. Gary Dell'Abate, we all know him as Baba Booey from the Howard Stern Show, delivered what has to be the most embarrassing ceremonial first pitch in baseball history Saturday. He had been talking for weeks on the Stern Show about doing this, and Saturday he finally got his shot. The video is below, pretty bad. He may actually be better than Perez and Green combined. If you look closely, you can see Stern sidekick Artie laying a Met hater to the far left during the pitch. In all seriousness, Dell'Abate, a Mets fan, was at Citi Field, the Celebrity Gifts for Autism Awareness Day, which is a great cause, one that's dear to my heart. Good job, Gary, on that. But
don't
most
pitch.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to remember why he was there.
That was from the Daily News, Howard?
Daily News.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, let me check that.
You see, you know.
Yeah, Daily News.
Seriously, I think I'm absolutely sure I could do better.
Well, actually, Ralph, after that pitch, you should worry about your job. I think Gary should be picking out Howard's clothes.
I mean, what was that? What? I mean,
Howard,
first of all, so in other words, what I'm learning is Gary doesn't know he can't throw.
Yeah, and a lot of people. But you know how everyone thinks they're funny?
Right.
You know what I mean? My buddy's the funniest guy, and then you meet him and you want to punch him in the face.
Right.
There's a ton of guys who think they can throw and they think they're athletes.
Artie, listen. He didn't even come close to the plate.
I understand, Ralph, but I'm sure Gary could at one time in his life throw. I'm sure he remembers being in the 8th grade, throwing the ball and being good. But Artie, Gary's had such a different life than playing ball for so long.
About throw like he's a pitcher, he's a sportsman or something.
You can forget to throw?
Yeah, I think you can, sure.
You get to hit the guy you're throwing at.
Well, I mean, you know.
Maybe Gary thought the umpire was the catcher. Gary, the single worst. Do you think yours was worse than Chris Rock even?
Gary.
No, okay, so mine wasn't worse than Chris Rock because mine stayed in the frame. You know, Chris Rock went out. And by the way, I would love to have Chris Rock's publicist because you can't find a video of that anywhere.
Is that true?
You can, Howard. I searched high and low on the internet. They must have had it scrubbed.
It's not on YouTube?
Nope, not on YouTube. Nowhere.
How is that possible?
I don't know. Seriously, if somebody's got it.
You were freaking out, too. You said to me, I don't understand how they're showing this on TV over and they never show the first pitch, and yet they were showing it everywhere. In fact, here, wait, let me play these for you.
It's the most popular thing on YouTube.
Wait, let me play this. Yeah, Howard TV has video of the throw, by the way. Here's the...
let me see it again.
Yeah.
I don't think
Here it is.
This is like watching...
Why did you do this?
Well, first of all, there's a couple of things going on. I'll let you.
What happened?
I swear to God, I can throw, and I swear to God that the way that looks like I can't throw.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what's going on. No, I'm going to tell you.
Explain it.
I'll explain it to you as best I can.
Like, do you know right away that was the right after you released it? When do you realize this is going horribly wrong?
So here's a few things that are going on. I can throw better than that. I promise you.
Right.
So I'm standing on the side.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
No, I got you. I knew it was one pitch. So I'm standing on the side, and I've got like 8 minutes before I have to go out there. I'm just getting more and more nervous, nervous. I start to do that thing that I do. You know how
your lips?
No, dry heave.
Oh,
dry
heave. You did that.
Like when I get really nervous, I start to cough like I'm going to throw up.
Oh.
Gee, I didn't even know about that disgusting.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah. I thought you meant licking your lips and teeth.
No. I start to get the dry heaves. I've been given so much advice from so many different people. Some people say, just go out and throw it. Don't pitch.
What kind of advice are they giving
some people say, just go out and throw it and don't pitch. And some people say, go and pitch. And what that was a bad combination of me saying I'll pitch it at the last minute, go, no, I'll just throw it. You know what I mean?
It was a bad combination of gay guy and chick.
Right. Listen, I can't.
Did Artie bust your balls there, or you saved it for now?
They saved it for now.
Yeah, right. That was smart.
I'm an 8-year veteran on the show now. I know what to do.
Why waste your time there? No one can hear it.
I asked Smigel to call me with any joke he had.
How bad? So once you release the ball, and you see the umpire trying to chase it down. What are you thinking at this point?
I'm thinking this is what I was afraid of. This was it. This
Right.
was all of it put together, the worst of the worst. I mean, you start thinking of all the things you don't want to do. You don't want to throw it over the head. You don't want to bounce it.
I mean, for my father to call me.
Oh, your father was the least who called me.
Oh, my God. Who called you?
Well, it's always funny who wants to be the first to give you bad news.
Yeah, I was pretty much the first one on your face.
I got a lot of texts. Like,
the first person to give you bad news is your arm.
Right. A lot of people were texting me. Yeah. I got about a dozen texts from Booker. It started with, "Hey, heard it didn't go well. Hey, that's okay. I did it once," and then around the 8th or 9th one, it's about 6:30 at night. I'm drinking, and it just goes, "Dude, you're on the news." That's what the text says.
Yeah. Wait, who sent you that?
Booker.
Oh, Booker.
Hey, at least you made the news, man.
Yeah, that's
true. Yeah, if you had thrown out a perfect pitch, it would have been over.
I didn't think it was going to be this bad. Once I saw how bad it was, I thought. I thought it. Listen, here's what happened.
This is Star Wars big.
Here's what happened. So here's what happened. So it's a bad pitch. We all know it's a bad pitch. I'm bummed out, but still, in my mind, it's within the Howard Stern universe. Right. Meaning, you come to work on Monday, you guys make fun of me, we show it, we put it on the TV show and everybody sees it.
Jeff Currow might yell at you.
Right. All right, so and the listeners are there, but listen, the place only holds 40,000. You know what I mean? So what happens is during the game, this guy Kevin Burkhardt is a really nice guy. He interviews me during the game, and then they show it. When they show it, my heart just stopped, because then I realized now it's been taken out of the Howard Stern universe.
It's on everywhere.
And sent to the world.
Right.
And then, like yesterday before the game, Jackson puts the game on every day. And before the game, that mayor of Cincinnati that threw like the worst pitch ever? I turn on the game. It's 12:59, and I see they're doing a side by side.
Oh my God!
I'm not kidding. But here's the worst. Here's the worst part of the whole
This
thing.
is one of the worst catastrophes I've ever seen.
And they say it's close.
Wouldn't it be cool if Major League Baseball started to use this clip like in an opening montage for every single game?
Like it became like a wide world of sports kind of thing.
So they decided that as bad as mine was, it's pretty bad, but not quite as bad as the mayor of Cincinnati, but it's very close.
Right.
So I realize now that for all eternity, I'm the second worst pitch. The worst pitch in New York, the second worst pitch, and I'm linked to the mayor of Cincinnati.
This might make Jackson a Yankee fan.
Well, all of this is going on the whole weekend, like leading up to this. Mary's like getting mad at me, even like the couple of days before the game.
Because you're stressed out.
I'm stressed out. I'm ruining everything, and
because Beth said to me, "How will Mary be about this?" I said, "Mary's a real ball buster. She's not going to sit and give him any compassion."
No, so
she shouldn't. I mean, this is ridiculous.
So it's the whole thing.
He embarrassed the whole family.
Have Mary and your sons been relocated yet? Aren't they in the witness protection program?
So,
all right, here's your new name.
So we get home on Saturday, and I'm really bummed out. Mary's like, "God, like I've been putting up with this for 2 weeks. Is this going to go on now?" And I'm like, "You're a woman. You do not understand what this means."
And she goes, "You're a woman too."
So yesterday,
how do you understand what it means?
So yesterday at 1:00 after this thing is on TV,
right?
Wow. I just hang my head and I go in my office and I'm in there, and she just comes in and she goes, "So you're gonna ruin Mother's Day?" She goes, "This is what it's gonna be." She goes, "This is my day, and now it's all about you."
Oh my God! Hey, this is sweet. Gary's kids are on the phone. They want to make him feel better. Hey, Gary's kids. Oh, that's mean. Kids. What do you think of your dad? All right, they can't stop.
That sounds like Jake and Chubba from Queens.
Howard, here's how you know it's really, really bad. I get a text. I'm going to pick up my mother to bring her home for Mother's Day. I get a text on my phone, and it says, "Sorry about the first pitch. How are you doing?" And you know how people text you and you don't know who it is?
Right. Yeah.
So I go, "Who sent this?" Because they should put their name on it. So what I usually do is I hit the button to dial it, and then I usually get the person's voicemail. It was the owner of the Mets.
Oh, my
it was Jeff Wilpon.
You're kidding me.
I sort of know him. But he's just like, he wanted to see how I was doing.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
By the way, they announced the game in Spanish. You could even hear during Gary's first pitch, they reference it.
Pero primero, aquí está Gary Dell'Abate del Howard Stern Show para tirar la primera pelota del juego.
Please welcome Gary Dell'Abate.
También lo conoces como Baba Booey. Y ahí va. A la puchica, este pendejo Monkey Boy no puede tirar para nada. Quizás con ese gran peso de su tooth and gums enorme, su balance ya está todo chiflado. Los otros jugadores ya casi están cayendo por el ass breath que tiene este hombre. Ahí va ese Neanderthal jungle creature, ¿oímos? Todo el mundo. Y ya vamos a regresar después de estos comerciales.
Oh, my God. What do you got there, Jason?
The article from Newsday.com.
Oh, Newsday.
What does Newsday say?
Let's see. Howard Stern's longtime producer, Gary Dell'Abate, is infamously known as Baba Booey. The history of the nickname comes from a mistake Dell'Abate made in the studio many years ago. Saturday, Baba Booey messed up again, big time. Watch it. Then they have the tape on the newsday.com.
Oh, they direct you to that. Huh?
Yeah.
They're driving people to the website with it.
And then guys write comments underneath it, and it's like, God. Ouch, Gary. This pitch just makes me cringe. I watched it live about 15 times. As someone who pitched for 10 years, he should have called me and not a sports psychologist, as he claims.
Howard, that's not a comment. That's the author.
Oh, that's the author.
Oh, my God. That's the writer from Newsday.
The key... Oh, I thought it was like a kid. This is great. The key is to put zip on the ball, Gary, and throw over the top. I really can't decide what it looked like. Maybe a boomerang throw. But I've never thrown a boomerang. It just looks horrible. Continuing to pile on, it's one of the most unathletic things I've ever seen from a grown man. It ranks second to Chris Rock's opening pitch, so at least you're behind Chris Rock. There's some good in this.
Apparently it's worse than Chris Rock's, right?
Artie loves this.
Let me just say that. The last time I was at a Met game was 1985, I told Gary. And the only 2 times I went back to Shea Stadium after that was to see the Who and the Rolling Stones. Right. This blew both away.
Did you know right away,
as
someone who played ball, when even the wind up is sort of.
Well, I didn't wind up.
My suggestion to Gary was to wind up, because if you wind up, you kind of get lost in the wind up a little bit, and it takes your head off throwing.
Right.
Like
but a lot of people said, and then Artie, just as many people said, don't wind up.
Really?
People just said, just throw it like you're throwing in the front yard. Again, I'm telling you.
Well, clearly you should have listened to them.
I'm telling you, Jackson and I went out on the front lawn that morning because I walked it off. I threw the pitch, and it was a strike.
Walked it off.
In other words, we had the distance.
Right.
We walked off the distance. Fag.
you spent, here's the problem, Gary. You spent way too much time thinking about that.
That's right.
Well,
That's
can I
right.
say something?
Yeah, but
first of all, why put yourself in that position? In other words, I don't even think I've thrown a hard ball in my life. I don't know, maybe 10 times.
You do better, though, I'm sure.
I think I would, because I've thrown balls and they...
Well, you're the type of person who the type A would kick into, where you'd obsess, you'd make sure you could do it, otherwise you wouldn't do it.
Of course. Right. In other words, why did you... Gary, you can't throw a ball. I've never seen...
I swear to God I can, and I swear to God I throw a ball every day.
When you... I don't know what you call this. When you go like this...
But I decided to do...
That's like a girl throws like
I decided to do 10 things at once.
It looked like you were in the Go-Go's.
Yeah. Listen, I won't deny for a second how bad it looks. And I
the biggest part is the way you threw it.
I know, but that's because I tried. Like I went to go.
Artie, like that.
Howard, I know. I couldn't even do it. I tried to imitate it, and everything I did looked more manly.
Artie being there, was that like the greatest thing ever?
Ralph, I'm telling you, it was better than any concert I've been to. It was the atmosphere. First of all, I wanted to hate that place.
It was nice, huh?
Baseball heaven, man.
Wow. So will you go again? Will you maybe go to some Met games?
If the Yankees beat them again in the World Series, I'll go, yeah.
Right.
I showed Jackson.
Do you like it better than the new Yankee Stadium?
Well, I haven't been there yet. I'm going I'm going to a Yankee game with my tickets for the first time Friday coming up.
All right.
And I can't wait.
Throw a ball out there.
Yeah, but
I could hit. If you were sitting at home plate, I probably could hit you.
But
do you want a second shot at this?
No.
Why don't you?
I thought about it. I really did. I thought about it.
Would you like me to arrange for that?
No.
That would be too funny.
That would be the best.
I understand
because it's the pressure that I can't.
But I understand. What I understand about Gary's situation is the pressure, because. Look, I've thrown a baseball a million times, and I threw out the first pitch at a Newark Bears game, which isn't even close to being as devastatingly pressure-packed as this. It's a lot of pressure.
But this is his worst thing. In other words, he couldn't have thrown it worse. In other words, let's say he had missed. Let's say he didn't get a strike. Let's say, it
dribbled or something.
Or maybe he didn't even reach home plate.
Yeah.
At least this was his worst nightmare. I mean, it couldn't have been worse than
it
that.
It was a self-fulfilling prophecy.
That ball is somewhere on the moon right now.
It's like the greatest episode of Seinfeld
ever.
It
looks like an air ball.
Do they give you the ball afterwards?
Oh, yeah, I have it.
Oh, did you throw it out?
No, it's at my house.
I mean, you don't want to be reminded.
The ball is defective.
Why would you do that?
You know what, Gary?
Throw it in the garbage.
You should keep it and have have Lance Bass sign it or something.
Oh.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like have
every
all
guy
of NSYNC sign it.
No, have it analyzed.
Good bitch, Joey Fatone.
Poor Gary. Gary's standing here while Artie and I are laughing. Robin's laughing.
But you know what?
And you don't even know what to do with this.
I mean, this is,
You expected this.
Expected.
Can I just say, for people who haven't seen it with the camera, when the camera's on it, he throws it off camera.
No, I know.
Hook Nose Mike is on the air. I haven't spoken to him in a while. Hook Nose, hi.
point of Howard, you hook nose, you bastard. Listen, Gary, you have to let Howard set it up again. You got to redeem yourself.
I think in a way you do.
You do.
Yeah, good. That's good advice, Hook Nose.
No, but Gary really needs to go out there and throw the pitch.
Listen,
You need to get this one behind you.
Garrett, do me a favor. Can we play catch one day?
Yeah.
And and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to say if Gary should do it again. And I'm going to be brutally honest.
Yeah.
All
right.
But based
Howard,
on what you saw,
let film Artie having a catch for Gary.
yeah, we'll film it. But Artie, based on what you saw,
right?
I mean, Gary gives you this thing. He was winding up, but also doing something else. 10 different throws.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, he can't throw, and he doesn't know it. And he's one of those guys, like you say, who thinks they're funny, and they're not.
Right.
And you saw absolutely no indication that he can throw.
Major League pitchers are calling Gary and saying it was the worst thing they've ever seen. I mean,
the guy from the Daily News,
the
is
owner of
saying
the Mets, the Daily News.
Oh my God!
I mean, you know what, Gary really is.
My
the
father
best.
hasn't called me in 10 years.
Hello.
My father goes. My father's like, "Did you see that pitch?" I go, "Yeah, Dad." He goes, "Well, what kind of pitch was that?" He goes, "Well, it was unbelievable."
Yeah,
we got to call my dad.
Guys get angry about that because I get off the plane yesterday and the guy who meets me at the plane says, Gary sucks.
Well, Gary is a guy's guy. Like
You know
Gary
what?
knows sports. You can talk to sports, so you think it's going to be better.
Yeah.
This is a disaster.
How do I leave the house? Ralph, at the end of the day, it's hugely embarrassing. I still produce a major radio show.
He lives
that
in
has nothing to do with
Connecticut. There's
throwing a
all
ball.
fruits up there.
Gary, all that considered, you can't throw a ball.
Okay, fine. You can't get a job.
Yeah, I have a job.
No, you don't.
And I can throw a ball better than you.
That I would like to see.
That I promise you. I'll bet you $1,000 I could throw a ball better than you.
I'll tell you what, Ralph, because you're such a big mouth.
Yeah.
Why don't you go and throw out the first pitch at Citi Field?
Sure, why not?
I mean,
sure
because
they're not looking for him.
No, but I'm saying, he thinks he could throw it better, but but he doesn't care about the pressure because he's half a fag anyway.
But Gary,
do I have to
he
wear
probably can throw it better because he's good. Anyone could outdo that pitch, probably.
Well, not anyone.
I like the chick who goes, and Gary Baba blew it.
Oh my God!
I like when they call him Gary Dell'Abate.
I know, but they all get Baba Booey correct.
Yeah, that they get.
First of all, if you put it on a scale,
when a chick says he Baba Booey.
Yeah, Chris Rock grew up, I think, in a project in Bed-Stuy.
Right.
He probably never played
There
Little
wasn't
League.
a field anywhere near him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like
his father probably left him at an early age.
I don't know if
he's
Rock.
from his father was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
black guy and his father was there. Okay.
According to the show, everyone hates Chris. He's got a dad. I don't know, but he grew up in Bed-Stuy. I know, so there's he probably didn't spend a lot of time playing ball.
Yeah.
So you gotta give Rock that a little bit. You know, Gary actually played. Gary's is probably worse than Chris is on that level.
I mean, all the preparation.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Doug Goodstein from Howard TV.
We have multiple angles of this, so we just analyzed a side angle of Gary, and in mid-pitch, you'll see he licks his lips too.
By the way, how do you have multiple angles of this? Because you were allowed to shoot this.
We're
right?
doing a real licensing deal with Major League Baseball.
Yeah, Doug sends before you roll
stolen footage.
Yeah, Doug sends me a note this morning. Tell everyone not to watch YouTube. To only watch it on Howard TV because we have a licensed agreement with the Major League Baseball.
It's just frustrating.
And I'm sitting there laughing. Yeah, okay, Doug.
Yeah, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, Evan,
it's so frustrating. I spent hours making a deal with Major League Baseball on Friday, and then
Yeah, but you got the multiple angles and stuff. Everyone will tune into Howard TV.
Doug, Howard's a powerful guy, but I don't think in this day and age he's going to get no one to watch YouTube.
I know, but Howard says
no one watch YouTube.
I didn't say that. I said if you're going to promote Howard TV, not YouTube, where it's illegal.
Well, because no one's going to wait for Howard TV. They're going to watch it on YouTube, but you're going to have a funny multiple angle.
And then after this, there's also a shot when Gary ran out. He did something weird too. I don't even know if
I just jumped over the line.
Yeah, he did like a weird hop over the line.
All right, so here's Gary from another angle. Artie, watch carefully. You're our expert. Go ahead. Here we go. Look, where did he go wrong?
Ooh. Right there.
Yeah. See, even I know, and I'm not an expert.
Oh, look at his face. Oh.
It looks like he was aiming for the stands.
There's a beaten man.
You look like a beaten man.
Are any Met players laughing in the background?
Well, that's another thing. So I got a buddy who works for Rawlings, and he knows all the players. So the whole time he's emailing me, like, good luck with the pitch, how did it go? And he sent me back a note. This is probably the most stinging one of all. I got reports from all the players. It's worse than you imagine.
Oh, my God.
So that means, like, the players are like, now it's like the inside joke of the clubhouse.
Yeah.
I know how much this matters to Gary.
And it would matter to me, too. Yeah. I mean, what I would say in my head was, just don't look like a chick.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just I would throw it as hard as I could, and if it went wild, I would go, look, a lot of Major League pitchers throw wild, too.
Absolutely.
But just don't look like a broad. I don't know. You know, it's a lot of pressure.
Artie, be honest. You wouldn't have thrown a ball like that.
No, of course he wouldn't.
It's physically impossible.
Here's that little hop.
You couldn't look like that.
I don't think so.
Here's the Gary hop.
Well, that's superstition. That's
a lot of players do that.
Managers do that.
He should have stepped all over that line.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you cared about superstition.
And I just want to point out one thing. Not that it matters much, but I didn't hire a sports psychiatrist. The guy, Fred, the guy emailed Fred and
whatever.
That I called, but I didn't hire him. I didn't pay him.
You met with him though?
No. He gave me his phone number, and I talked to him on the way home one day.
Yeah.
He
was a big help.
How are you a little league coach? Do you teach the kids how to throw?
Oh my God! How can he go back?
Well, little league chicks play.
Well, no. By the time I get them, they know how to throw. So I'm not teaching them how to throw. I'm teaching them where to throw. Listen, I pitch batting practice. I'm telling you, I can do better than that.
Right.
Batting practice.
You know what's the greatest?
Batting practice for who?
For the guys. For the guys in the dugout.
What is that, Ralph?
Gary has like a jersey, like a baseball jersey on too.
Yeah.
No, it's a T-shirt, Ralph.
They gave him a Met shirt that said Baba Boo. Why number 9? By the way,
you know, I don't know. The guy handed it to me. I have no idea what the number meant.
So Gary, someone told me that your attitude with this pitch is that you're going to embrace it fully and just start living like a woman. You're going to start.
Really? Who told you that?
That's what someone told me. Like you're going to get you the
operation.
Changing his name.
Yeah.
That's who you should get to sign the ball, Siobhan.
Dominic, you're on the air.
Well, two things. First thing, I had to go to criminal court Sunday morning. A businessman got into a fight with his girlfriend, beat her up. I go all the way in the back where everyone's locked up and all these people are in there. And I go up to my client, and here he is, never in trouble in his life. He says, first thing he says to me is, "Did you see that pitch?"
Is that true?
Is there any chance that that's true,
There's
Howard?
no way that's true.
Dominic is so...
Guys in jail.
Can I tell you, walking in the streets, people are yelling it out?
To you?
Just yelling it out, of course. It's incredible.
The pitch heard round the world.
All right. Thank you, Dominic.
To be yelling, why don't you get married for a 5th time?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure which is more embarrassing.
You're dating your ex-wife?
Speaking of Dominic, Gary would have done better if he just ran up to the umpire and hit him with a plate of pasta.
Wolfie, go ahead.
Hey, Howard. I'm not one to usually be negative, but I've seen better arms on a snake. It reminded you of a little kid. They just wind up and throw, and they're 2 feet away from you, and the ball just completely jumps to the side. And I was actually rooting for the guy because his kids were there.
You know what did Gary in? I'll tell you what did Gary in, Wolfie. The pitch itself was not televised originally. You went out and did the first pitch. They don't televise that.
Well, they wouldn't televise this one either.
Right. What happened
the pitch
was,
in general is not televised.
You were interviewed during the game, and that's what did you in. They did the replay.
That's what I'm saying.
That was in the body.
That's when it was taken out of the Howard Stern universe and brought to the whole world. That's what did me in.
Brett, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Gary. I just want to know which is more embarrassing to look at, your pitch or your boo-hoo, I miss you video.
Oh, the love video. Oh. Which is worse to you in terms of, like, the show and taking abuse?
So it's hard to tell. This one's too new.
Right.
Like, I need a couple of weeks to go by, but I guess they're probably pretty equal.
By a mile.
Ralph, I was just talking.
This is really embarrassing, Gary.
The only thing that sucks about this for Gary is he can't sell you the video.
That's right.
You have it already.
Yeah.
A freebie.
Yeah, that love video was pretty bad, but
this is way worse.
Gary says the pitch is worse. I would think the love video would be worse.
I said I haven't decided yet.
How did you do? You did interviews after that? Like, how did you just not run out of there?
Because I had an obligation to the Autism Society, et cetera, et cetera.
Since the pitch, have you had sex with Mary yet? I bet you haven't even had sex.
No, but that's not any.
Don't you feel like less?
Anything? Like, I mean, if it was a strike, I don't think we would have had sex.
You can't possibly get it out to a woman after that.
Wow.
Right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's right, Ralph. I can't. Ralph is so astute.
Let's go to Mr. Warmth. Hi.
I want to thank Gary, as a member of the Stern Fan Network, for giving us a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Gary.
Did you have a big weekend of comedy, Mr. Warmth?
Oh, yes. The comedy gods were smiling now.
I have a feeling like most of the people in the stands probably thought Gary was an autistic kid.
Yeah.
And he would have gotten away with it. Like they were like, hey, that's a pretty good pitch for an autistic kid.
Let's hear it for Skippy.
Yeah. But then I think once they went on TV and outed him as Gary from the Howard Stern
He's
Show.
not autistic?
Let's hear it for Belinda Carlisle.
That'd be funny if he'd gone out dressed up in a dress the next time, like if they let him go out again.
Throwing out the first pitch and talking about it later on her Twitter, Paris Hilton.
So, Artie, I got a question for you.
You doubled over with laughter on the field.
Howard, I mean...
You turned away.
Listen,
you were so embarrassed
It was
for him.
such a great New York moment. New Yorkers are so brutally honest.
You doubled over with laughter where you had to hold on to, I saw a railing.
Yeah. I held on to the back thing.
You almost fell over.
Yeah. I had been to the gym. I was weak.
Well, Gary, I don't know.
I don't even know if you saw it the first time hit the umpire. You were so funny. Oh, my God.
It really was one of the... Listen, I was at the game where Reggie Jackson hit the 3 homers.
There he goes. Oh, there's Gary doubled over. I mean, there's Artie doubled over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Charlie talking to me. And all those guys, by the way, all those guys in the yellow shirts, they're all security guys, ex-cops who work security there. They all had the same opinion of the pitch, pretty much. Charlie had.
So how do you go on living with this? I mean, what's your plan? I mean,
time goes by,
This too shall pass.
Was your weekend the worst weekend ever?
See, the funny thing was my weekend was the worst weekend for me. I mean, I had to go out yesterday. My kids both had flag football games, and only one person said anything to me. Most people hadn't seen it, or if they did, they didn't say anything to me.
They were too embarrassed.
So I said, like, when we got up, Mary goes, again, is this going to be the whole day? I said, Mary, we're going to a field of thousands of fathers. I go, that's all they're going to talk about.
Right.
And so the best part was, we're standing there, and she goes, see, nobody's talking about it. And then one of the dads I know who actually runs the Major League Baseball network comes over and he goes, like, not even like, hey, he goes, what was that? He's like, what was that?
Oh, did Mary hear that?
And I go, see? And she goes, one guy. And it was one guy yesterday.
Right.
Then my in-laws came over, and my father-in-law, like, sort of heard about it. And he's like, can we see it? And I'm like, no.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's a lot of that.
Right.
And then, I'll tell you what, Saturday night, I went to bed, and I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning sweating and just replaying the pitch in my head all over again and thinking about this morning, even though this is, about what I expected, but, you still think about it.
So you woke up and the first thing you thought about was the pitch. And like how... Like,
it was like literally in my head, you just replayed over, like, why did I throw it like that? Why didn't I just do what I was going to do?
Like Scott Norwood.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What were you going to do?
Well, again, I practiced like a wind-up in a real pitch, throwing really hard. And then I just wasn't confident in that. And then I just thought I'd throw it as a throw, and I can't explain it.
It's just such a look of defeat,
Were the garage guys heckling you this morning? Because that's what I heard.
No. The guy in the garage is. Yeah. I got to tell you,
nice pitch, maricon.
What did the guy do?
No. John, who runs the garage there, who doesn't have a Spanish accent. John,
I've
always thought John should be on the show.
No,
I mean, he didn't say anything. He just made a joke about it, but he would, he would never let anybody off the hook for anything.
Of course
So, like,
not.
that was the first thing. Driving in, I go, I wonder what John has to say.
Right.
And then he actually didn't say much. He just, like, I think he said something like, I missed the plate, huh?
Yeah.
I wondered how you were going to set this up today. It's so perfect that your father called you.
Oh,
like, that was
God.
a perfect way for this to
Hello,
start.
Howard.
Oh, but it was unbelievable. But here's the question. Will this go away eventually, or is this one of those things that's just always going to be very, very prevalent on the show?
Always going to be very prevalent on the show.
All right.
Howard, do you realize that for everyone from now on who's going to throw out the first pitch, people's advice is going to be, look, whatever you do, don't Dell'Abate that pitch.
So I think that's what I told.
Dell'Abate will become a word.
But that's what I told Mary.
It'll be
That's
a verb.
When Mary and I were arguing about this, and she's like, "Oh, get over it." I go, "You don't understand. I have now become like a benchmark."
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's like, "Whatever. You guys are such guys."
Jeff the drunk, you have the last word.
Gary,
Oh, boy.
Yes, Jeff.
I just want to say I'm very, very sorry to hear. But I didn't expect nothing less of you.
I was watching it from my house that happens to be a Volkswagen bus. And I was embarrassed for Gary while I was waiting for my shipment of government cheese and weed.
You could throw better with your bad arm, can't you?
I could throw better with no arm. I could have thrown better with my ass.
Gary, where'd this pitch all go wrong?
When I said I would do it, it's just right from the beginning. Right from the beginning, I started, talking myself out of it, and now it's there forever. It's the worst thing that I could have ever imagined. I really don't throw like that. I mean, I'll go. Maybe we'll go out for the special, and I'll go and throw a couple of pitches, and you'll see that I don't throw like that.
Now, what was going through your head when you were on the mound?
It was like an out of body. Like my legs were like rubber, my arms were like numb. The last thing I remember was John Maine threw the rosin bag down, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and I thought to myself, like, even that wasn't good, because I'd rather have somebody I didn't know than somebody I know right there. And then I held the ball, I gripped it the way I wanted to grip it, like over the seams. And he said, "It's your pitch," and I threw it, and I just didn't have faith in myself.
No, what went wrong with the pitch? Did you think you let it go too early?
Yeah, I let it go too early. And I let it go too early, and I didn't throw it with full force. I sort of let it go halfway through the pitch.
Now, is there any chance you're going to do this again?
No, I'm done.
Your pitching days are over?
Yeah, they're done.
Hey, by the way, I said to Casey, remember Casey who used to work for us?
Yeah.
And had to leave.
Well, he had pressing things out in California. That he had to get to.
Casey calls up almost every couple of days and says, "Hey, can I promote something?"
Really?
And I was thinking about Casey. He's got something new he's promoting. But I was thinking about all the things he's been promoting. And I was going to ask him what happened to all of them.
Yeah, because he's always got a new venture.
He's like Ralph Cramden.
Yeah. What's the latest?
I wonder if any of these things ever took off.
Remember he was going to go to Brazil and become some big
kickboxing
announcer or something?
Yeah, what happened to that?
Yeah, that one didn't really pan out. The league got disbanded, and I think some people got arrested. But that was...
Did they get arrested?
I think so, but that was a fluke.
And then what about you were going to be a big star on a TV show for the phone?
Oh, no, I was.
Really?
Here, wait, I'll read them to you in case he can comment on each of his ventures. All right, here we go. In August of 2008, I'll go in the most recent ones.
All right.
Casey called in to promote a debt consolidation program called Envision Debt Solutions.
Yes,
what happened to that?
I'm not really still in debt, but they helped me, work out a couple things. But they help a lot of people. I find it.
But you're not with them anymore, right?
No, I did my thing. My problems are higher up, like the IRS.
Okay.
Oh dear. So in other words, you were just getting some debt help from them when you were promoting them.
Okay.
No, totally. I mean, there's some things that nobody can help with.
In January 2008, Casey called in to promote Rio Heroes, a website that broadcast bare-knuckle fighting from Brazil. Casey was supposed to announce the fights, but the website was shut down. During the same phone call, Casey was looking for girls to enter his comedy and beauty pageant show.
Oh, there was a comedy and beauty pageant. I forgot about that.
What happened to both of those things?
Well, it turns out that it's illegal to have people, fight each other like cockfighting.
Right.
You can't do that. Even if it's in another country, you can't broadcast it. So people see it in this country.
So where are all the guys? Are you in touch with all the guys who were in business with you on that?
No, not at all.
No.
I think they went away.
In January 2007, Casey called in to promote his online cell phone show.
Yes, that's the one.
Where I don't know what he was doing.
He had a show on the phone.
It was called Swing Shift, his show.
Yeah, see, that phone company went under. No, but I thought you were talking about my internet show, which actually...
Well, let me see if I get to that. Let's see.
Oh, sorry.
In July 2007, KC called in to promote a DVD he helped produce with Miss Howard Stern called Girls and Guns 4, Snowing in Miami. What happened to that? Did that ever make any money?
No, it sold 8 copies.
Wow.
8 copies.
That has to be a record.
Yeah, but that wasn't what they hired me for. They hired me to watch Miss Howard Stern.
Right, but you were promoting it.
Yeah, I did promote it. That's true.
In October 2006, KC called in to promote his favorite pasta sauce, Son of a Gun pasta sauce.
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
What happened to that?
Let me tell you something. That is the best sauce I've ever had in my life. And I asked Johnny the other day. I said, "What's going on with the sauce?" And he said, he doesn't have it anymore. The recipe, they gave it to somebody. I don't know, but I wish he still had it because that was awesome.
Casey was also selling a laptop computer when he called in. I don't even know if I get that.
I think it was his laptop.
Oh my God, that's horrible. I really did that.
Casey once called in to recruit girls to be Beverly Hills Angels. I think that
What's that?
I think that was that calendar that Johnny Fratto had.
Yeah, that was good. That was during my single days. That was good. I wouldn't I wouldn't hire them. I just try and fuck them. That's all.
Did the calendar ever come out?
No.
I don't think there's one successful venture in here. At one point, Casey was also working as a bodyguard for escorts. What happened to that?
Yeah, that landed me in jail.
Oh my God!
But
why?
Because that's illegal. Actually, what they caught me on, Howard, they caught me on stuff with my license. It wasn't the fact that I was waiting to beat the shit out of some guy. It was because my license was bad.
Right. So it was a driver's license thing.
Yeah.
Right.
But they throw you in jail when you don't have a driver's license?
No. It's had what do they call it? It had warrants.
Oh.
Wow.
And they
you had warrants?
Yeah, I had warrants. And the guy, he let me go the first time. He was really cool. But then later on the same night, he pulled me over again. And he said I couldn't drive the first time. He made the girl drive, who was taking what the hell are those things that these bros take? Xanax.
Oh.
Like a million Xanax. She couldn't drive. She almost fell out of the car. But she should drive and not me.
Well, how do you think it's going for Casey since he had to leave our show?
This West Coast run has been a good one.
Yeah. And then I remember the time he posed nude for a gay French photographer or German photographer.
German.
I wasn't nude. I had underwears on.
Yeah, because he was going to become a pinup guy.
Right.
That was another venture.
No, but that one went really well. I mean, all those posters that sold. Do you know who bought those posters?
Yeah, gay guys.
Yeah, exactly, gay guys. There was like 90% of those. I saw all the names of people who bought them, and they were all gay guys.
Wait a minute. Casey was surprised that gay guys bought the poster, Howard.
Although I got to say, here's a fact. Richard Christie bought 2 of those posters of Casey.
No shit.
Yeah.
Point taken.
I kind of paved the way for Richard and Sal.
He sure did.
Yeah, in my gayness, I spawned 2 other fags.
Casey also auditioned for a bunch of soap operas. I remember that was for a while. What were the soap operas?
Oh no, I was on those, man. I was on Guiding Light and As the World Turns.
Was he?
Yeah, but it was always like he was standing there as an officer or something.
No,
yeah,
Officer Casey. Then Casey tried out for a football team. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
He was going to be a kicker or something on the football team. What team was that?
No, that was Stuttering John. That wasn't me.
No, that was you. You were thinking of, like, at one point...
You went to some body's training camp?
Yeah. You were going to go back into football.
Oh, and I wanted to get back into football.
Yeah.
But no, that was John who thought he could...
No.
I got mad at him.
I know what you're talking about, but you too.
Yeah, I was, it was one of 2 things I wanted in my life. This is back when I had hope. It was either to work for you, Howard, or to play football.
Well, you blew both of those.
Right.
I know, really.
So now you were completely without hope.
He played football and he lost out. He was working for me and he blew that.
Yeah. Jesus, when you look back on this, it's like everybody looks back on their life and they like to have some things to say, oh yeah, I did that. I'm listening back to these things and you bring these up, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with me? What have I done?
It's an amazing...
You mean you weren't keeping track?
It's an amazing body of work. You know what Casey's curse is? He's a very good-looking guy.
It gets in the way.
And it gets in the way, and from just like settling down and doing something where he can rise up and work hard at it and
focus is very hard for him.
But his problem is because he's good-looking, he gets like chicks to move in with him, and people give him stuff and they give him opportunities.
Yeah, people will open their doors and let him move in.
Right.
I always thought it was my charm, but I guess not.
That's your looks.
You'll find out about your
girl.
You'll find out about your charm in about 12 years.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I find
See, Casey's like in the movie Spread by Ashton Kutcher that's coming out.
I was saying that the other day.
Yeah.
He used to work here.
Yeah, I mean, he was the hot guy who, kind of can get a lot going, but
so he doesn't really apply himself to anything.
So what's your latest thing you're promoting?
Well, before I tell you, did you ever see The Wrestler?
Yeah.
Did you like that movie?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of felt a little bit like I don't even want to go into that thing. The other thing I wanted to ask you was about,
wait a minute, what is he comparing himself to the wrestler?
You felt like the wrestler?
Yeah, I kind of felt like the wrestler just because
because you're lost.
Yeah, basically the guy was a big loser. Yeah.
No,
but the guy had been at the height of his career.
Casey hasn't
he
even
had been
gotten
to the top.
The best days of his life were behind him.
Right.
You mean the song by Springsteen is sort of very poignant. Yeah, if you listen to it.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with KC? KC's never been at the top of anything.
No, Casey, you were never you were never a champion to then lose everything.
Well, yeah, good job here.
In my own mind, I was.
Oh, you mean when you were here?
Yeah, I will kind of like when it's this is too depressing. I don't want to talk about it.
No, we want to talk about it.
You mean like when you were the high school football star and wrestler and then college and then...
Yeah, the thing is, like in college, like everybody still has hope and they think that, you could be sitting next to the president. You don't even know that.
Right.
Then when you get out and you start doing things and people start getting their mundane life and their horrible life and you realize that this is it. The best days are behind you,
See, but you would have found a good job if you weren't so good looking.
So he's one of those guys who's still celebrating his high school and college years as the best years of his life.
Because when you were in high school and you looked at Casey, you go, there's the guy who's going to go places.
Right. He was a star.
Right. All right, so what are you promoting now?
Well, I got this thing. I'm hooked up with these guys, and I'm with this company, right?
Yeah.
That anywhere in the country, if you got a house or an apartment or something like that, they will turn it into a 5-star hotel, like a 5-star hotel room.
You mean if I give these guys my house, they'll turn it into a hotel?
No.
That's what it sounded like.
Thanks.
He's going to make my house a hotel?
You mean people will be moving into my house?
What do I do?
Where will I live?
No.
Am I working for them now?
They'll take like your house and they'll turn it into like a 5-star hotel like room. You know what I mean? Like down from the linens to the toothbrush, like furniture, everything.
In other words, you hire them, they come in.
It's like decorators.
And they set up your house so it's like a 5-star hotel.
In less than 24 hours.
But
what?
But isn't a 5-star hotel, like, don't you need a lot of people to, like, service that?
Well, no, but they get it to look like that, and then it's up to you to keep it that way.
Right.
It's like a decorating service.
It's interior decoration. That's correct.
Yeah. Wow.
And then I got.
I always love how he doesn't even understand what he's trying to promote.
Yeah.
Look, I can't. I'm horrible with the language. Verbally, I have no communication skills at all. Ask my girlfriend; she'll tell you.
Similar to what I did with that man cave thing. They came in and for free, they just turned it into the ultimate guy's room. This is the same thing, but with the ultimate 5-star hotel room. They'll make your
exactly.
Right.
Well, give me an example. Like, in other words, like.
Yeah, because I'm with Howard. I want room service.
Right.
No, they don't do anything.
In fact, I've been to hotels. They're actually not that nice. It's the room service that's kick-ass. The actual room is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
That's extra. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like if you have like a summer house or something like that.
Right.
There was just an article in GQ magazine. They say broads want a guy with a nice place to live rather than a car. What do you think of that?
I agree.
Yeah, they do because they have this thing in them that they want. They want to be. What do they call it?
All right, listen, I think I get this business.
Why don't you write down what you want to say?
I think I understand the business. It's like, it's kind of cool. Like, it actually isn't a bad idea.
When he puts it that way, it makes sense. Like a guy who doesn't know what to do, he calls this service. They make his bedroom look like a 5-star hotel room, and then chicks are impressed.
All right, so
why can't I say that? That's exactly what it is, and I'm retarded.
Casey, do you suspect that, like, in 2 months when you call back in with your new business, I'll ask you what happened to this business?
No, this one is good. They've been doing good business. And hey, here's another one: get paid with fitness. If you you know what? I'm not even going to explain this one. People who want to get fit and buy DVDs and stuff like that, you get on this thing and you'll make money doing it.
What?
Do you understand that at all?
No.
That's a new business?
Oh yeah, this is a good one though.
And if I want a DVD, I don't know what you.
What are you talking about?
You know what multi-level marketing is?
Oh, here we go again.
No. Just tell me what you're into.
That's getpaidwithfitness.com. And you can get that, too, if you go to thetownddick.com. That's my website. Train with Casey. Always looking for new clients.
Are you training people?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
I made a girl cry the other day, so I lost her as a
Why'd you make her cry?
Well, she was being a box, you know. She wasn't doing anything, and I'm like, why do you...
KC, but she was paying you to train her, so just,
Your job is to motivate her.
Not to make her cry.
No, I didn't want to make her cry, but the thing was, I was just, telling her to do stuff. I wasn't being mean or anything like that, but she wasn't doing anything. I'm like, why do you hire me to come work you out if you're going to sit here?
Let me give you a secret. 99% of the people who hire you to train them are fucking lazy. And they don't really want to do anything.
That's why they need a trainer.
So they're chicks who want to have a hot trainer. She wants to look at you.
They should do what they should.
Yeah, but she's not. If they could do anything, they'd be doing it.
But sometimes you need tough love. I know what Casey's saying. When I struck out when I was 12 and my father told me I was swinging like a cunt, I next time I tried harder.
Nah, this is whole psychology to train people.
Casey's not reading it right.
Yeah, but trust me, he's not reading people.
I don't think he's reading anything.
He's not even reading a book on
He's
health.
not reading books, newspapers, or people.
I saw Casey out in Vegas recently, though. He looks good. Casey looks good, man.
He knows how to train.
He knows how to train himself.
Casey invites those people who want to make money
on fitness.
Getpaidwithfitness.com. Go to getpaidwithfitness.com. And then if you want to train directly with KC, go to kc.com.
How many clients you got, Casey?
Oh, I got about 5 or 6 clients right now. Always looking for more. It's trainwithkc.com. And I got a fitness video coming out with my lovely girlfriend, and that's going to be I'm going to be a millionaire.
And are you going to, if people buy it, are you actually going to send them the DVD?
That wasn't my fault.
Remember that business?
Yes, I remember the Casey video
business.
business.
Had a comedy DVD and no one could get it.
Yeah, but that wasn't my fault.
Right.
And
never is.
Are you with the right people now?
Yeah, now I am.
Now you are. Okay.
Case, by the way, you had footage of me on stage at a comedy club. You know what I'm talking about when I made the audience leave?
It's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I didn't include it.
But do you still have it?
Yeah. I actually do have that. It's the funniest thing ever.
I want to get it from you because I want to use it for my DVD.
All right, listen, Casey, I wish you the best. You know that, and hope everything is going well. And I like this new business of yours. I like the idea of, I wouldn't know how to turn my room into a really 5-star hotel room.
Right.
And, Howard, that's so cool, man. Thanks a lot for
Take care, Casey.
On, man. I apologize for this phone call.
All right, never again.
Hey, one last thing, man. Check out. Do you ever see Monica Bellucci, whatever the fuck her name is? And she has a rape scene.
Monica Bellucci, yeah.
Yeah, have you ever seen that?
There was a movie she did where her husband directed it, I think, and there's this wild rape scene. I've never seen it.
Never seen it.
It's disturbing. You have to see it. The movie's called Irreversible.
But she's hot.
She's really hot, and this guy is just beating the shit out of her for like 8 minutes.
And you liked that?
And you loved it.
No, I didn't like it. I was kind of disturbed by it. You got to see it, man. It's a good.
Let me understand your new business. Are you selling a video of Monica Bellucci being raped? I don't know. This is all right. Thanks, Casey.
Howard, I love you. Thanks.
I love you too. There he is. That's my man, KC Armstrong. Mike Walker is with us. We're going to play. Oh, wrong button. Let's see.
Ready.
He's not ready. When, it's 9:30. When would he be ready? Oh, you mean you're not ready? Mike's ready. He's probably sitting there. You're not ready, right? No, seriously, he's there. You're not ready.
Will usually reminds me.
Oh.
He usually doesn't have to, but...
You're so busy, you need someone to remind you.
I was working on stuff, trying to get Robin's news, because we're having a problem with that.
All right, tell me your problems later. Thanks.
It'll be in like 2 minutes.
Where's Mrs. Rogers? Usually, Will...
Mike's not ready.
He goes, Mike's not ready. Mike's ready. I still don't see...
Where is he?
Where is he, Scott? Scott.
I have to go to the other end of the building.
I'm busy. Will didn't tell me.
Usually Will reminds me that...
Scott, where do I bring up Mike? I'm hearing music.
Maybe that's Mike.
Ay vey.
So
professional. Scott!
He just yelled coming.
Scott, that's not Mike Walker. It's music.
No, I know.
What?
Engineering has to do it from the engineering room, and they're doing it. They're in the middle.
Guys, come on.
They're in the middle of doing it right now.
Come on, guys. Who do I blame here? You or Will?
Me. Blame me.
Well, what about Will? Is it his job to do this or yours? Why
It's
was
both
Will
of
brought
us.
into it?
But just blame me.
Will, are you at fault?
A little bit.
A little bit. Can you guys work out a system?
No, there's a system in place. I
could have done something interesting to the audience rather than try and set up Mike Walker.
I made a bad assumption that around 9:30 that Mike Walker that Scott knows we do Mike Walker on Thursdays.
Assume Scott knows anything.
I shouldn't have assumed that.
Scott's so fucking busy, he can't be bothered.
Right.
He should be there now.
Holy cow. How long have we been doing this?
A long time.
Yeah, I mean, come on, huh? It's funny, right? Is that why you're laughing?
It's not funny.
It's funny.
It's not funny.
You don't care. You don't care if you ruin my show.
Why do you say I don't care?
Because you don't care. That's why I say it. You don't care about being professional. PLJ, if they told you to get something ready, it would have been ready, or you would have been fired. So you would have had it ready.
So fire me. I mean,
Okay, you're fired.
I'm sorry that that wasn't ready, and it's ready now.
Yeah, but it doesn't. You know what it is? I'll never fire you, so it doesn't matter to you. The good guys always get fucked. It's the shitheads in radio who bust balls who get fucking stuff done. At PLJ, if Jim Kerr was on the air and he potted up Mike Walker, he'd be there. Because you'd be fucking paranoid.
I was working. Usually I get it up. I was working on another problem, and it slipped my mind. And usually there's someone to remind me.
Mind? Mm-hmm. I bet you wouldn't have slipped your mind at PLJ. I bet you wouldn't, because your job would have been gone. They would not tolerate this. But I tolerated it. Everyone's a star here, and everyone's a shticklach. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's not a shtick. I mean, I said I was sorry.
You're sorry.
I didn't want to do it on purpose. I don't want to do it on purpose.
All right. How will you avoid this
the audience
in the future?
won't be bored with him?
How will you avoid
for 5 minutes more?
How will you... Fuck off. Now you're saying Mike.
Come on. I mean,
now you're evaluating Mike.
Stop yelling at me.
Who should I yell at?
You got Mike Walker ready. You yelled at me now. Now you do the bit, and we'll get it over with. So it's ready.
But what did you just say? Mike's going to bore the audience. So what's the difference anyway? Is that the attitude you have?
That's my attitude. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my attitude.
So how are you going to avoid this in the future?
I'll make sure. I'm going to put a big sign up. Focus.
Yeah.
Focus.
Would that be insane to put a sign up that says today is Mike Walker and I need to have it ready? And by the way, I know how angry you get with your interns if they mess up one little thing.
No,
so I'm not such a ball buster.
That's not true. I don't yell at interns.
Okay.
Not anymore anyway.
All right. Come on. Go out and talk to Will and see if you can't make this thing happen.
It's ready. I just told you that.
Now it's ready. Am I out of line here? Robin?
No, I mean, it was...
All right, you yelled at me and it's ready and it's done. I said I was sorry. I apologize. I was involved with something else and I should have been, up on it. And
what kills me is when you laugh about it.
I'm not laughing. I didn't think it was funny.
Laughed. You went...
No, you're funny because you're great. You're great on the air. You're funny. So
no, I'm not.
That's what I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at that I screwed it up.
I wasn't funny.
You're the funny one.
I'm not funny. I'm busy yelling. How is that funny? You've been at this game? How long you been in it?
Too long, obviously.
Yeah, I agree. Now I agree with you. Too long. Been too long at the fair.
Yeah.
You hate this job, huh? You hate me.
I love this job.
You hate me.
I don't hate you.
What is it? The green monster they call envy? Is that what it is? You look at me and go, why him, not me? What did I do? What did I do?
Why me? Why me?
Right. Why me? Why are you taking that on me? I love you.
I'm not taking it out.
Help me out here. I need you every Thursday to make sure Mike Walker's up.
I know.
That's the deal.
And
That's all I need.
doing it.
Help me out. That's all. And don't laugh and don't make disparaging remarks about Mike's segment.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
The good segments, bad segments, doesn't make a difference. You got to have them ready.
Douche.
Mike's not boring. I'm sorry.
No, if you think he's boring, fine, but keep it to yourself. Who cares? I like Mike.
I like Mike too.
Mike, I like you.
Thank you, Howard.
Yeah.
It's Scott the engineer.
No, I like Mike.
Superstar Scott the engineer thinks we could be doing something better than you.
Well, look, I mean,
where's my segment?
Boring people to death, and
Yeah.
I'm really sorry for that.
All right, Scott, please, I'm begging you. If you could just pay a little bit of attention to me.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right. Fair
that
enough.
was Scott who said I'm boring?
Yeah, that's Salem.
Yes, Mike.
With an S?
Yeah, try and get a picture of him in his bathing suit.
Who gives a fuck about Zac Efron?
See an article on me.
All right.
Well,
instead of hunting Robin in a bathing suit and me.
Yeah, try finding Scott.
Get Scott the engineer in a bathing suit.
I don't think you'll find it.
Oh, you?
Scott.
Yeah.
Howard thinks you're not taking this seriously.
It's my intern's fault.
Whose fault is it?
I told him it was my fault.
No, wait. Well, why were you laughing at him? And
I wasn't laughing.
All right, to play the gossip.
he said you like snickered.
Go to
Wait, what do you want? What do you want?
What do you
Get the fuck out of here.
Stories. One of them is
No,
we got to pick
Scott,
up a fake story.
Why are you laughing?
Maybe I'll let
Why are you laughing?
Scott. No, but why were you laughing?
I wasn't laughing. I was just because he makes it. It's a bit. So I mean, he's angry, but it's a bit. And what do you want?
Why? Yeah, and you
Let
also
the fucking whole news department come in. Get Brad Driver. Get Lisa. Come on. Get High Pitch Mike. Bring them all down here. Come on.
You
Even Ralph Howard. We want him in here too.
You called Howard's bluff too.
What do you mean?
Well, you said fine, fire me, and no, but like why would you do that? Why?
Why would he say fire me?
Yeah. You feel that you're not going to get.
He apparently doesn't like what I do, so if he doesn't like it, then, you know.
So do you think maybe you're a little too comfortable?
Me? No, I'm not comfortable. I told you. All right, so if your camera is being worked on and something wrong with it, maybe you can't see me through the lens, and you're working on it, and you were supposed to shoot somebody else, but you can't because it wasn't working, right?
Right. What if you can't see him through the camera? What if you can't see it through the camera for like 20 plus years? What if that problem keeps going over and over?
Who hired you?
I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question.
Oh, you were a comedian. How did you turn into a news ass?
In all fairness,
what do you want?
I want to apologize. I'm sorry.
It's not his.
It's not fully my fault, but I do apologize. I should let you know.
I didn't throw him under the bus.
No, I know you were good about it.
Wow. So really, for once, this may not be your fault.
Damn. What's
Well, no, we worked together.
Oh, so now you are throwing him under the bus.
No, but he just said we usually work together. I remind him if he forgets, and he reminds me. And today I was busy working on a problem with Robin's News, which my intern can attest to.
Yes.
It slipped my mind. Shut up! Get out! Get out!
Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Now, what brings you down to the Howard Stern show today?
Well, I've always wanted to meet Howard Stern. This is quite a great American success story. A maverick, a guy who kind of marches the beat.
Are you a fan of Howard's?
Yeah, in many ways. I really admire a lot about him. I admire his independence and his vision, and how can you not admire the great success he's had?
Exactly.
I just hope he doesn't ask me to take my shirt off.
That might happen.
I ain't doing it.
So you're here to talk about your book, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
And what's that about?
Well, it's about the story that surrounds me right now. The guy who used to be the governor has been falsely accused of things he didn't do, and I'm fighting back, and I'm getting the truth out. The book's a way to be able to do that, and it's in many ways an epic story, and it's a story that's still ongoing, with a lot of chapters yet to be written because of the false accusations and what the prosecutor and the government is attempting to do, and why they won't succeed, and why I'll be fully vindicated because the truth's on my side. And the great irony is that I was accused of things by a prosecutor who took snippets of conversations out of private tape conversations, misled the people, and in many ways mutilated the truth. And that very prosecutor went into court and prevents me from telling you what I know is on those tapes, prevents the public from hearing all those tapes, because once they hear them all, they'll see that what was said about me is not true, and they'll see a completely different reality. Some of that I write in the book.
And you feel that the Howard Stern show is a good place for you to get this off your chest, right?
I feel like the Howard Stern show is a good place to, talk about a whole bunch of stuff, but that's certainly one of them.
Great. All right, well, hang tight, and we'll see you in a little bit.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
So, Rod Blagojevich, who used to be the governor of Illinois, which is a big deal, had to leave office because he is now up on charges that he did something illegal. He was trying to sell a Senate seat to the highest bidder. And now he's written a book called Governor, right? Is that the name of the book? Governor. And it's in stores now, and he's agreed to come in here and say hi to us. And here is the governor, Rod Blagojevich. Who's getting him out? Who's attacking you out there? Howard 100 News?
Ed Torian.
Oh, Ed Torian. Be careful, he'll hook you up, and then Would you ever consider taking a lie detector test to get free of all charges?
Well, I have to talk to my lawyers, but I'm not averse to that. I know what the truth is, and I've done nothing wrong. And, you know, whether I say it there or here in your show or in a court of law under oath, it's the same story.
Are you attracted to Howard Stern?
I'm impressed with Howard Stern. Can I sit down here?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Now, do we still call you governor? I'm going to call you governor.
You know, you can also call me Rod. You can call me erstwhile governor.
I'll call you governor.
Okay.
Why not? Listen, you served as governor. You got elected by the people of Illinois. I mean, that's quite an accomplishment. Where'd you grow up?
In the city of Chicago on the near northwest side, in a neighborhood probably like a lot of typical neighborhoods in a place like Brooklyn.
Were you a middle-class kind of kid, a rich kid? What category did you fall into?
Lower working class. My dad was an immigrant. He came from Eastern Europe. He fought the Nazis, spent 4 years in a prisoner of war camp, and then after that he was in a refugee camp for 3 years, waiting for the U.S. Congress to pass a law that would allow him and all these others with these long and hard-to-pronounce last names a chance to come to America. So he worked in a steel factory. My mom was a working mom. She worked for the public transportation system in Chicago.
So your parents worked? You didn't come from privilege or anything like that?
No. Grew up in a 5-room apartment, you know. But my parents sacrificed and worked hard and gave me a chance to live the American dream. And
what happened? You went to college?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Yeah. I have a degree from Northwestern in history.
Northwestern, and then you went to law school?
I went to law school. Are you ready for this?
Where?
Pepperdine in Malibu, California.
Oh, that must have been a party, huh?
You ought to see my grades.
Bad?
Well, I mean, gentleman C scholar. Barely.
Really? But you passed the bar?
Yes, of course.
Did you do it the first time?
The second time.
Second time?
Yeah.
Was that a great disappointment to you not to pass the bar the first time? It's almost like your driver's test. When you hear somebody who didn't pass the driver's test the first time, you go, oh, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was a great disappointment, but looking back, it was the appropriate thing. It's not like I learned anything in law school. So.
Were you a ladies' man in college?
Well, I probably shouldn't acknowledge anything like that.
Why not? Why can't you acknowledge that?
How do you define that?
Well, you're at Pepperdine. It's fun.
Yeah.
The sun. You're not exactly studying hard. You're getting a C. What were you busy doing?
I learned a lot about other parts of life that fill you out as a person.
Were you a hippie? Were you sort of like what kind of crowd did you roll with? Were you a jock? What were you in college?
Well,
just sort of like an average guy.
Yeah, in college, you know.
What was your shtick for getting laid? I'm asking. I mean, were you a drug guy? Were you?
No, I was.
You never dealt pot. You never did any of that.
No, I think genuine interest in.
Ever smoke weed in college?
Well, no, I was asked that question publicly. And I've done it twice, and I remember both occasions.
Didn't like it?
Yeah, it was. You know, I run and I don't smoke, so.
Right. It destroys your lungs.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not something.
I'm not a big drug guy myself. I mean, I did my thing. You know, I tried them all, and that was it.
Yeah.
And that was it. But in Pepperdine, you were drinking, I bet. A little partying.
All things in moderation.
Are you saying you were a virgin in college?
No, I'm not saying that. And everything I say is subject to being cross-examined in court of law.
You're going to go to court, and they're going to want to know, when did you get laid, and when was the first time? So were you...
I'm going to write all about that in my second book.
Did you mention, were you popular with women when you were... I'm just trying to understand background here. Were you popular with women in high school?
I dated the captain of the cheerleading team.
You dated the captain of the cheerleader?
High school.
Yes. What was it with you?
She was sweet, and she was one of my, early loves.
How did you get her?